Welcome to HeroQuest fans. We're finally back. Finally. Live on twitch.tv/HeroQuest fans. Thanks for joining us. I know we've been gone for a while and my volume might be really low. Testing. Oh, there we are. All right. Yeah, we've been gone for a little while. We've been on a little bit of a hiatus. Appreciate everybody's patience as we're coming back. So, yeah, thanks for your support. Appreciate all the people who followed and subscribed in the meantime, even though we didn't have active streams going for the last several weeks. And we'll be taking a break on Christmas, of course, coming up here. But yeah, all kinds of things happening. And I'm not going to take time on the stream with it, but I know how it is. Stuff can happen in your personal life, your private life that kind of distract you from what you were doing, and that's okay. Sometimes you just got to do it. But anyway, I'm back. I'm glad to be back. And I know Bohemius and Grimlore and Glasgow Gargoyle have been waiting very patiently. So welcome back, guys.
Hello.
Bohemius, I hope you're feeling better.
Ah, getting there. Still very congested.
I was like,
So,
either that or you're homesick and now you get to play more HeroQuest.
I'm working from home, so no
Oh,
problem.
see, now you can't get away from it. It's like, oh, I'm feeling so sick, I can't come into work. Well, just set yourself up at home. You're like, dang it. Just joking. Okay. And how about you, Glasgow?
Yeah, doing good, all right.
Nice. Grimlore, how about yourself?
Yeah, good, thanks. Just been working, doing some more Hero Quest videos and stuff. Doing a big, massive 100 miniature battle. So yeah, it's going pretty well.
Nice. I almost said nice, but you know,
Nice.
Nice.
I was thinking it. Oh man. Well, I didn't mean to panic or anything, but I was saying I was kind of worried about Jacer there, and I know how it is. Like, you have stuff that you do online, and people don't necessarily know what's going on with your life, and you may disappear for a while, and it's probably nothing. But at the same time, I'm like, hope he's okay. So if anybody's heard from Jacer, I mean, you're right. He does tend to show up later. Well, he's of course welcome back. I'm not saying he needs to say anything to us about it. He doesn't owe us an explanation, but yeah, just hope wherever he's been, I hope he's all right. Kurgan, how is the 3D build? Hey, Geek on Giddy. Came for the wizard, staying for the back and forth. When it comes to 3D printed stuff, I don't have a 3D printer. I rely on other people to do stuff for me. So my brother-in-law does prints. Bohemius, of course, has sent me a ton of prints. um, and then of course Mercantile donated that awesome board for me. I just can't use it because at my regular setup here, I just don't have a big enough table for it. So it has to be like an off-site thing. Gifted 3D Hero Quest Dungeon. Oh yeah, I haven't made any modifications to it at all, and I don't plan to. I think it's already perfect the way it is. It's already magnetized. Everything's printed in color. So it's very different than the one that Ribby did, where Ribby actually hand painted it, which is awesome. But mine has more of a cartoony look because it's just those bright colors. Yeah, but it is good. And I'm waiting on the Yield in Christmas Miniature 2025 exchange. So I mailed mine out like the last possible second. So any day now, my person is going to get the miniature that I sent him. The two miniatures, actually. And as I think it was Angus was saying, because he's participating too. I wonder if I'll get his. We'll see. There aren't that many people participating, but it was like, is it wrong that I don't want to like send this off, that I want to keep it for myself? And I know the feeling. But I think that's when you've really got something good where you're like, this is so good, I want to keep it for myself, but I'm still going to gift it. And hopefully they give you something awesome too. But I did half jokingly say, well, next year I'm going to have two identical miniatures, and I'm going to batch paint them both so I can keep one for myself and give the other one away. I don't know. First time I've ever done anything like that, but I'm grateful for my friend Brian who convinced me to do the Warhammer tournament, because that forced me to do all these, like this huge painting project, and it taught me so much that I felt confident to be able to participate in something like that. Like, they're not just going to get it and go, good thought, but this kind of sucks. Like, they'd actually be like, oh, nice. And if they think it's not perfect, they can always not tell me about it and just like add on to it or repaint it themselves. Maybe it'll inspire them or give them a sense of pride, like, hey, you know what? I must be a pretty good painter. I'm better than this guy. If you add water to it, can it be played in life size? Set it up on a target car park for into your gifted dungeon. Lucky boy. Yeah, I still have dreams of doing a full-size cosplay LARP version. And Bohemius, we're going to get you out of retirement so that you can gear up for it. You can teach us how to put on our armor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, like with the, dice that are like the size of, party beach balls and
Yes.
cards that, like, I can imagine it being in the stadium. Like, you're in the stadium and, you have the people in the marching band, like, forming the pictures. It's like, that's the scale. So it goes from, like, chess in the park to something absolutely, completely ridiculous and impractical, but somehow awesome. And it would take a lot of coordination and, like, people with megaphones and maps and things. Well, Geek on Giddy's been talking about people playing in castles and things. So it's like, wow, pretty fancy. See, I don't go out and do that much stuff. I don't travel that much. I don't go on massive adventures. I'm more like Bilbo Baggins. I stay at home and eat food and smoke my pipe. Well, if I did have a pipe, I would smoke it. But I mean, you know what I mean? Like that kind of, like, oh, adventures make me late for dinner. But I like occasionally doing something like that, and it's well worth it. So that's why it's good to have friends that'll encourage you to do big things. I got a drone to increase immersion. Oh, nice. Well, guys, I know you didn't come here to hear me reminisce. You came for Hero Quest. So, shall we get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yep.
All right. So you're probably wondering what madness I have for you this time. Well, people did unlock an arena battle, so I hope you're ready for another arena battle. Oh, got to get my camera working again. This is the downside of being away for a while, is everything has to be reset, set back up again. One of these days, I'm going to have a dedicated computer, dedicated room to do everything much more easily, and I can just leave it exactly the way it was, throw a dust cover over it or something, and then just come right back to it. Oh yeah, and the music we're listening to, of course, created with the assistance of AI from Suno.com by me. I put it together with lyrics and stuff, but otherwise it's AI generated. Okay, so this time it's actually not that complicated. It is against the Ogre Horde themed, of course. We've got our heroes, and I figure we're just gonna... Oh, can you guys hear me now? I think my microphone was switched.
All good?
Yep, okay.
Yep.
So we've got the arena battle. We've got this nice tavern where the heroes can start. We got this nice grassy area where the forces of chaos will start. And this is just independent of the quests we've been playing. So pick your heroes and we'll get going.
Are these heroes the same ones as we've been using, or is it like fresh heroes?
Actually, I think in the past I've let you use your gear. I guess that's a decision for me to make. I'm going to say you can use your existing potions and things. Any groups playing Meta Hero Quest in the tavern? Oh man, He's referring to those, well, we've seen them for years, those miniatures where the miniature is a table, but if you look closely at the table, you can see like a little GM screen and you can see like a little Hero Quest board. And so it's like the heroes themselves are playing Hero Quest in Hero Quest. And then Amalgam Ash, he was sharing that he had taken like a little tin that you put mints in, and he had used that as a box, and he had just cut out a little tiny piece of paper with a little tiny grid on it and a little tiny paper GM screen. It's like, you guys are crazy, and I love you. I love your crazy ideas because they're great. So yeah, long story short, you can use the heroes you've got.
I'm in the mood for wizards.
Wizards. Now, are these Wizards of Morcar, or are these just wizards?
Oh, that was the elephant in the room, isn't it? Wizards of Morcar.
Yep.
So hyped for that. Yeah, I'll take the wizard, please.
Did I get your opinion on? I almost said, did I ask for your opinion on Wizard of Morcar? Like, whoa, he's confronting me. No. Did you get a chance to say your? I can't even remember because we've talked about it so much.
I haven't talked about it, no, except for multitudes of times over the past 2 years. But
well,
I mean, overall, I'm delighted it's coming out. You know, I know that I'll be doing a lot of home brewing with it, but I'm really happy with it. Lots of things. There's a few things I'm disappointed with, but I guess that was inevitable. Things like probably the main thing for me was the heroic spells not being quite as ramped up as I'd hoped they'd be. But
yeah,
I know that they're going to try and stay faithful to the originals, more or less.
Yeah. Well, that's a definite. I was wanting to hear your opinion on it, so thank you. As far as that goes, though, it's an interesting take because I feel like they definitely have boosted some things, but yeah, the hero spells did not really get the massive overhaul I was sort of expecting. And I guess that's like true to the original, but yeah, the thought is, well, people are just going to choose the classic spells instead of the new ones because they're too weak. The nice thing is, though, all those other things they're doing, like the Boons of Heroism, if I'm reading it correctly, does allow you to pick extra spells. So kind of like how I've been treating your elf, with allowing you to have spells on top of the spells you've already got, it seems like that's the direction they're going. So that may encourage people to experiment.
Also the way like we were planning to use the druid. So yes,
Yeah,
it went the same way.
mm-hmm. They're treading a fine line as always of trying to like preserve what was already there, but also like giving people a little bit more what they want. Of yeah, it's okay for you to change this stuff. Like it could use some improvement. But it's a very conservative approach.
Yeah,
they don't just throw it all.
I'm really happy with the inclusion of the extra quests and the boons. That gives you some extra options.
Mm-hmm.
Also, am I allowed to say
Spoilers?
anything that might be construed as a spoiler?
You can always cut it. So
Okay. So the Ragnar storyline, I kind of wonder if that gives us a little bit of a hint as towards the controversial topic of quest order.
Yep. I'm starting to wonder if it's like the Joker in The Dark Knight. Like he tells people where he got the scars, but every time he tells them, it's a different story. So it's like, what's the truth? Or maybe not. Maybe it's not like that. But I mean, Doug wants us to be able to just play in any order, regardless of the story order. So, yeah. In the moment, you might be like, "Oh yeah, it's this," and then you play something else, and you're like, "Wait a minute, what?"
Yeah, so I got the sense of Ragnar walking off into the sunset with the heroes at the end, as if this one came after Rise of the Dreadmoon.
Yeah, it's like wrestling. I mean, it's like, listen, like 3 weeks ago, you hit me in the back of the head with a chair, and now you want to shake hands? Okay, let's do it. Yep.
I think it's that whole like old Hero Quest thing though, where it's like it's vague. So like the laws vague. If
Mhm.
like if like anything mentioned historical, it will be vague. It won't say exactly when it happened. If it was 100 years ago or 10 years ago, you know, it's very fluid, and it will just you can make that in that way. It's good. You can mold it into whatever you want. Then, so
Okay,
I think that's
I
why
agree.
even,
I agree with you
yeah,
100%.
even
But if you want to keep it vague, keep it vague. Don't put lore, random lore, because otherwise it's not vague anymore. You just create
Mhm.
confusion. It's not vague.
Yeah.
Mhm. So better
But I
better not
find
a
with
half an
the
explanation.
way,
Oh, sorry.
yeah, it's the way they even like the magic and stuff. The way it's worded is very vague, so it's not so. So the rules are set in stone, so, per se. And the thing with like where you can add spells to the wizard with these new type of spells, you could upgrade your wizard essentially. Just give them an extra spell slot with these new spells that they're given in this new quest.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty cool, and the stuff's very nostalgic, but at the same time, there's loads of new stuff in it as well. So I think it's great. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, there's a lot to like. And yeah,
Yeah, apart from anything else,
yeah.
it's just going to be cool having the box, a box saying Wizards of Morcar on it on the shelf
Yep.
to go with all the others. So even if the expansion was really bad, that would be good in itself. So yeah, I'm really hyped for it.
Yeah. There's going to be people out there who are going to reprint the box art and put Wizards of Zargon, and that's fine. But the official one is Wizards of Morcar. I think I'm going to print out a little paper. Morcar. Yep, I'm going to print out a little paper wizard, like cut him out, and I'm just going to like stick him on the box so like he's still in the picture.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's a bad miss. The
Yeah.
wizard really should be on that box. The wizard should be taking the barbarian's position.
Yep. I mean, it's fine if he wants to use those invisibility spells. I mean, that's his right as a wizard, but we, the audience, want to see him. Right?
Yeah, I like it. That's your headcanon. I like that.
Yep, yep.
Well, not headcanon, head big scroll now.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Someone could always 3D print that model again, but make the scroll actually an Mega Man arm cannon. That'd be pretty awesome. Sometimes our speculations lead to the wrong answers, but they're like cool still. Like that's a cool idea.
Yeah. Cannonball of Flame. How about that?
Yep. Cannonball of Flame. Could be a full metal alchemist, partial metal alchemist, maybe. All right. Okay, so while we've been chatting, I'm just trying to get this all ironed out. So we've got a wizard, and who else? What else are you guys gonna choose?
I don't know. Let's take the druid. Try.
All right. Druid. Okay.
I'm thinking just like go for the barbarian.
All right. So we've got druid. Got barbarian. We got wizard. All right, and get this going. Like you said, yeah, I'm definitely excited for Wizards of Morcar. Now that we know everything, it's kind of like I can just kind of calm down a little bit rather than spending all my time speculating. What's this gonna be? What's this gonna be? And I mean, I think I glanced over the quests enough to be like, okay, I have a good sense of this, a good feeling of this, and I'm not gonna commit it to memory. I'm just gonna like leave it until such time as we play it. and still probably make a few changes, like Glasgow was saying. Okay. So, anybody else joining us? Any other heroes tonight? If you are listening to my voice live, if this is not on YouTube, I mean, thanks for joining us on YouTube, but on Twitch we are live. So if you want to control a hero, just hop into the HeroQuest fans Discord, voice channel Quest Talk, introduce yourself, we'll get you going. You only need pencil and paper to play. Everybody else can use their gold coins or channel points live on twitch.tv/HeroQuestFans to interact with the quest as we play. Help the good guys, help the bad guys, whatever you're feeling, maybe both. People do both. Yeah, it's all good. Okay, so no elf yet tonight. No dwarf.
I find myself doing that when I'm in the chat. I find myself like helping the heroes, and I'm like, now I feel bad for Kurgan. I'm gonna like summon a monster. Or
You mean you feel
I've
evil?
got balance. Yeah.
Yep. Balance.
But, yeah.
Yep. It's nice. Well, and I want to thank our supporters too, because we have nearly 600 followers on Twitch. Oh, thanks, Kika and Giddy. Wizard Morcar surprise for each hero tonight. A one-shot spell card. Potluck. Whoa. So he's saying that's pretty extensive. I don't know if I can grant that. That's pretty hardcore. But what if we did something like that? Would our wizard like some extra magic?
Well, you won't get any complaints from me.
Okay. First of all, choose your elemental spells, your 3.
Can I have air, fire, water?
Air, fire, and water. Excellent choice, as your waiter would say.
I love that group.
Earth, wind, and fire. Yep. All right. And I will allow the wizard one more. Like, you don't even have to roll for it. Geek on Giddy, I'm going to just say, for Glasgow, you can pick one of the new spell groups. Detection, protection,
I'll go spells.
darkness.
Yeah, let's go darkness, please.
Yeah, they may not be much. The other ones may not be as much use in this type of quest, so we'll say darkness. And I'll admit I am working off of the old spells, not necessarily the new ones, but I guess they haven't changed that much. So we got Arrows of Night. So this allows you to use 2 attack dice and the enemy defensive mind points. Chains of Darkness. Cast a spell on one figure. That figure may not move or fight until the beginning of your next turn, although they may defend or cast spells. Cloak of Shadows. You may summon up a patch of darkness and place a Cloak of Shadows tile on the board. Any figures in the shadows may not attack, be attacked, or cast spells until they are there, or while they are there. This piece may not be moved, and it lasts until the end of the quest. Wow. The only thing is, I would have to find that tile or use a proxy. Because I do have classic Wizards Morcar. Can you guys just give me like 2 minutes? I'll go find it.
Yeah.
All right. In the meantime, formulate your strategy. Let me know if anybody else joins. I will be back in a few minutes. Thank you.
I'm dead excited. I've never cast a darkness spell before.
That sounds cool. I don't think I have either. So yeah, it's interesting to see what it'll do. What do you guys think of the miniatures that came with Wizards of Morcar? I'm kind of liking the Minotaur.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Minotaur looks
Minotaur.
cool.
It's pretty massive as well. It's kind of a lump, and
Yeah.
I was a bit at first. I was like, I wasn't sure about the golems, but having a good look at the miniatures now, I'm really liking them, and the familiars as well. I was unsure of. At first, I was like, they look like a little bit too like cartoony, but I really like them, especially the door with that tongue that's coming out of it.
Yeah, it's pretty fresh, isn't it? It's nice. It's a nice idea, and if you didn't like it, you didn't have to use it. But it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like the minis. I mean, the one thing I'd say about the golems is, okay, this isn't anything to do with the actual miniatures themselves, but I think I want my golems to have maybe one or two more body points. I don't want them to be just big gargoyles.
oh yeah, definitely. Like, because they're massive as well. Like, and not only that, they're it's like a different type of magic that they're powered by as well. You know, sort of thing. Like different levels. I think they look more imposing than the gargoyle, definitely. So I'd say, like, yeah, give them a couple extra hit points for sure.
Yeah, I mean, their attack and defense is the same, and they move 5, I think, I recall. So yeah, I was thinking either 4 or 5 body points maybe might be a bit more suitable, but I suppose it all depends on what Zargons want. I also thought that maybe the golems themselves, are they the first example of a monster with 0 mind points that's not undead?
I think the gargoyle as well has 0, isn't it? I'm not sure. I'm gonna look on my cards now.
I thought the
I think
gargoyle
so.
maybe had positive mind
Yeah.
points. Maybe 3?
Book 'em, Dano. Still wants to join us? Sure.
It's
Alright.
actually got 4. Sorry.
Is he here? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. We've got room for one more if you want. And if we get a 5th, I mean, we can do that too. Pretty flexible here. Okay, yeah, I had to open several boxes, get what I was looking for. So there, in glorious 3 dimensions, are your Spells of Darkness from 1991.
Beautiful.
So there's your 3 new powers.
Yeah, I've got those cards sitting in front of me right now as well because I really do need them to remind me of what these spells do again.
Because of course you do. Yep. And there's the Cloak of Darkness. So yeah, I guess it works. You could always do the Black Void too.
Yeah, that works perfectly.
Alright, what's Geek Gun Getty saying? Cast Darkness with Panache and Flare, Glasgow. The Minotaur is officially Scottish Highland Cow. Gonna paint it ginger, of course. Once I get Wizards of Morcar, the Highland Cow will have 3 familiars of the Haggis race. So he'll be wearing a kilt as well, of course, right?
When I saw the Minotaur, I thought the same thing. To be honest with you, it does look like a Highland cow.
Yeah, I think we Americans were saying like American bison, but you may be right.
Yeah, you could paint it like one.
Yep.
It does have that same sort of like that shaggy kind of fur.
But the horns are bigger than our version of the bison, so buffalo. Yep.
It's definitely an animal I wouldn't mess with. Those and was it moose as well?
Yep.
They're like the last remnants of the Ice Age.
Moose and elk, yeah, they're pretty formidable. I mean, as long as you leave them alone, you're probably okay, and it's not mating season or you're threatening their young. But yeah, big animals.
Accidentally make mating call.
Yep. Exactly.
There's also a Minotaur miniature in one of the Talisman expansions, but
yeah.
I think the one that comes with some more cards better. Looks better, I think.
They were testing the waters. Yeah, Talisman has some great figures. All right, well, we've used a lot of time there. That's okay. We can always split it off. Sorry, Glasgow, I was going to embarrass myself. McMoose of Clan Yak. Of course, I'd probably try to do like Christopher Lambert's accent, which sounds nothing like a Scottish accent. Yep.
Highlander. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. I guess it's
Well,
because.
there's lots of different there's lots of different Scottish accents, to be fair.
Yep. And the one I would do it wouldn't be close to any of them, but. Do it! Do it, man! He's a Highlander, by God! You bloody well walk out of here! Then go while you still can! Cancelled. And Glasgow's gone from the chat. Sorry.
I've just got there can be only one in my head, and it's not anything Scottish.
There can be only one. When there's the line where they ask him where he's from and he says lots of different places, it's like, yep, true.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's a good line.
Yep, I love him in Mortal Kombat as well. I heard that the actor who played Shang Tsung in the Mortal Kombat movie just passed away. It made me really sad.
Oh yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
You did a good job.
Yep.
Chaos Warrior. All right, as you wish. Thank you. I mean, he was an old guy, but still, it's like, yeah, another piece of my childhood gone. Another lives on only in memory. Listen, I don't want to get too distracted here. I know we've been gone a long time, but one more thing before we get actually into the game. And everybody's waiting for it with bated breath. I just want to acknowledge that Dungeon Master, I've said it before, he's a freaking awesome dude on YouTube. Great guy. Check him out, Dungeon Master. German speaker. He's done a lot for the community. Anyway, he mailed me a package. And I wanted to show you real quick what he sent me. Thanks. So he says, hello, Kurgan. Many greetings from Germany. 2 special witch lords for you and a friend. Marcus. So that was super, super awesome. I mean, he tipped me off that it was coming, so I didn't like soak it in water and, send it to the bomb squad. It's like, who is this guy? Anyway, I never thought I would get these, but check this out. Not to make anybody jealous, but there.
Well, you've succeeded. Very nice.
Jealous. Listen, I mean,
That's pretty.
when people get promo stuff, I'm always like, oh man, have your mom make stovetop and invite me over. So anyway, should I open it up? Be funny if it was just
let it breathe.
with the bard.
Of course, why not?
Yeah. Oh, do we have a new person?
Yeah, it's Dano.
Dano. Yeah. Told you to book him, Dano.
How you doing, man?
Welcome.
Apologize for sounding a little stuffy, but weather
man.
in Wisconsin has been horrible.
Something's going around. I when I was talking to Bohemius, I'm like, I might have caught something from you. I'm feeling kind of like weird myself today. Like I'm on the verge of getting sick. Well, everybody stay healthy, okay? That's an order. Yeah, dry air. Heaters are going. I'm in the Middle West, so I'm right in the middle of it, whatever it is. But yeah, I go back and forth. I don't know about you guys, but I go back and forth between like working from home and working in the office. So you're like, okay, I have just enough time to get sick and then recover and then come back and get sick again. So, all right, finally cut it open. All right, let's see. I know the Hero Quest Italia guys already did this. The Grog guys already did it. Ah, yeah. Come on. Focus. There we go. So yeah, he is
It
kind
looks
of
cool.
dark green. But not as dark. Pretty close though. And we got the little secret stuff on it. It's not really a witch lord, it's a dread sorcerer, but I mean, if you don't have the mythic set, then that's what you use for the witch lord, of course. Ha! Got him. Well, that is awesome. Thanks, man. Thanks, Dungeon Master. Go rate, comment, subscribe on his channel. Follow him. Ring the bell for notifications. Whatever you got to do. I don't know if he has a Patreon or not, but yeah, that's pretty good. All right. Yep. And then there's what's this? Safety. Do not place in ear. Do not place in mouth. Known to the state of California to cause obsessive buying. Oh, just. I like how they print out a piece of paper and tell you to recycle it. It's like, okay. Well, anyway, that was pretty sweet. And I've got the gray one here somewhere, but I mean, you can tell that the color is green because it's not the same color. Special incantation scroll included. Eat some medicinal Kranachan, Kurgan. Oh, yeah. Actually, for Thanksgiving, I had grilled cheese sandwiches and cream of tomato soup, which is a really good combination. Not one that I avail myself of very often. Very nice. Okay. All right. Let's get into it. Okay, so we got our wizard. And we've got a barbarian. And we've got a druid here somewhere.
Do I get the extra spells too?
Oh, the extra spells. Yes, I forgot. I'm going to have to go grab those. My apologies once again. Let me get the figure here first. Oh boy.
I thought between clairvoyance, defense. I mean,
I'm definitely not
I
clairvoyant.
don't understand what we do.
We'll figure it out here. We definitely will. Okay. Well, I can't find the male figure at this second, so I'm going to give you the female. There she is. All right, let me just come right back. Just give me 2 minutes. Thank you.
A female wizard in Wizard of Morcar expansion also looks like it pays homage nicely to the classic wizard.
Yeah, I like her design actually. She looks really cool. She even has like the same design on her clothes and everything. Like, yeah, it's a proper nice little nod to the original, definitely.
And I like the decision to go ahead and put the different coloured mercenaries, just to give. I thought the original idea of it might be. I haven't read all the quest book to see what the motivations were, but I wonder if the different colours. The original idea was just to have it differentiated between heroes. If that was maybe the idea, but it also gives you some options to make different factions from the mercenaries.
Oh, totally. Because like some of them look like they match being led by Sir Ragnar, like they're the same color as him. There's like a reddish purple kind of color, and then there's like the other color ones as well, which you could be, have different heroes leading them and stuff. Yeah, it looks like that's the intent, at least to get you thinking, your imagination thinking, okay, I could get this and maybe another group of adventurers where you like come across them. That'd be a good scenario in a quest. So like you're both going for the same objective, and you've be the first to reach there, sort of like a capture the flag kind of quest would be cool.
Yeah, definitely.
It feels like they create this third faction, like you said, where purple is the neutral faction. The red for the heroes, the gray for Zargon, and the purple should be neutral. But yeah, I don't know if you follow what we discussed in the Discord. It really feels the entire story is being like rewritten in a way. So yeah, I think they had like other ideas for that, and they didn't actually then put them in the rule book.
Might be stuff that they add in later expansions as well, though. Maybe, you know, sort of. They've got future ideas where they'll be like, okay, we can implement this later, or maybe use with the ogre expansion with the arena battle. You know.
Here's a stop motion idea for you, Grimlore. So, inspired by something that Amalgamash did on his YouTube channel, but
Okay.
not quite the same. So you get a group of grey mercenaries from Frozen Horror, and you use each of the 3 colours in Wizards of Morcar, and you give, let's say, for example, the classic 4 wizards from Wizards of Morcar, 3 mercenaries each, a swordsman, a halberdier, say a scout, or whatever. Set them up in the 4 corners of the board, make a maze, and winner takes it all.
Yeah, that's amazing. I did something similar to that with I think I called it Mob Quest, and I did it sort of a bit like I don't know if you've seen the Warhammer game Mordheim. I sort of set it out like that a bit, and I had like different factions all trying to collect like loads of gold treasure in the center of the map.
Ah, right, cool. I've not seen that. I'll need to check that out.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's quite a long series. It was just me playtesting it really, but I think I gave everyone a bit too many hit points, to be honest with you. So it sort of dragged on for about 4 episodes before I could get it finished.
Nice.
So which one of those 3 would be available?
Whichever one you want, you pick.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Explorer, Rogue, or Dwarf? Those are the 3 I'm kind of going between.
Well, pick the one that you like the most. They are all good.
I'll
Yeah,
go
they're all
with,
good picks.
I'll go with Explorer.
All right. Now, is this Dora the Explorer, or is this Doran the Explorer? Just kidding.
I think it's Doorknob the Explorer.
Doorknob the Explorer? Nice.
Yes.
Classic. A new classic. Oh, here's the I found him. Okay. Yeah, I was, as you guys were talking, I was like finding all the stuff that had been missing for months. I'm like, that's where I put it. Can't believe. I organized everything so nicely, and then I totally forgot where I filed it away. Of course.
Yep, definitely. I know that feeling.
Yep. If there's ever a Mrs. Zargon, she needs to be very patient with me. Or a great organizer. Okay. So there's our Explorer. Doorknob. The opener of hidden things. Okay. Maybe we'll do it like that. So you start out in the tavern. Apparently this is a good quest, according to Joe Manganiello, because that's where you're starting, in a tavern. And I also found the cards that I'd actually printed out long ago, before I had a vintage copy. So these are like larger size, and they're converted to the North American style, although I think they pretty much stay the same mechanically. Thanks,
Cool.
Gold. If the future Mrs. Zargon is watching this stream or VOD, hello and welcome. Yep. Only if she can best me in a fair fight. Okay, something like that. All right, so for Bohemius, we had talked about these forest spells. I trust you have access to these, or I could share the link, and I'll have you
Yeah,
choose.
share the link maybe for other people, but I got mine.
Okay, great. Okay, so which of these three would you like to add to your exist? Are we adding them? Or are we in place of your other spells?
What you did with the wizard is that you added.
3.
That is the question that I didn't understand why you add the spell for the wizard, or it did or you take it as a third option.
I just decided to. So he has actually 4 sets of spells. So you can take a second
Okay.
set. So you've got your original 3. Oh, how about this? Try this.
No, I thought that you were using the boon of the village. They give you an extra
Oh.
set. That's why.
Oh,
I want to.
that would work. That would work. So you could. Okay, how about this? You can keep your original 3 and add 3 of these, or you can take 6
Mhm.
of these to replace your others.
Let's take the 3 and 3. Let's to make it fair. Okay, pick 3 random.
Okay.
There's some of them that are very strong. So
Very strong, yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. So we got 1, 2, and 3. Let's see what they are.
perfect.
Okay. So you've got bark skin, which is very good. You've got entwine. Which could be very useful. And you've got root wall. So if you need to freeze frame any of that or compare.
No. I got the pictures
And
already.
these, of
Thank you.
course, are borrowed from Yield In, fan-made creations. I'm not sure where the original art is from, but I think these were designed by... Let's get the exact name so I can give proper credit. Those of you who want to follow at home can, of course, do so easily. Where is it? Ethica. Ethica designed them. Okay, and I'll just post the link in the chat. So I just printed those out myself. I tweaked the art a little bit, but they're pretty much as written. Okay. All right, and please remind me if I forget that you have those extras. Okay, so the wizard has Earth, Wind, and Fire, as well as
Sorry, it was air, fire, water.
Air, Fire, Water. Oh, sorry. I was thinking of the band. Air, Fire, Water, and Darkness. And the druid has Shapeshift, Life Force, Pixie, as well as the forest magic of Bark Skin, Root Wall, and Entwine. Okay. And as far as turn order, you guys can decide what you want to do. Oh, wait a minute. What am I saying? No. So this is going to be an arena battle. So we will follow the arena battle rules as laid out in Against the Ogre Horde Remake Edition as best we can. You have a very clean and satisfying way of saying water. Sorry. Canceled again. Okay. And then here we got the darkness spells. Arrows of Night, Chains of Darkness, and Cloak of Shadows for the wizard. Okay, any clarifications we need about the Explorer? Do you remember how to play the Explorer? Dano? Still
Sorry
there?
about that. I'm back.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. No
Kiddo
worries.
got home. Was saying hi.
Oh, yeah, sure. Cool. I was just asking if you needed any, refresher on the Explorer, or you have a pretty good handle on that character, how their abilities work?
Yeah, and I grabbed their cards for them, so I have them in front of me.
Oh, perfect. And you can just remind me if I forget something. Which you probably will, because we haven't used that character a lot. Okay, so here we go. Wizard. Nice lime. Light projected in the tavern. Is the Orc Bard featured for one night only? Yeah. There you go. The Wandering Bard. 1 gold per grog at his show. Yeah, ideally I would just have a button I would press and it would switch to the new arrangement. And I could just switch it over instantly. I will allow the explorer to have access to the dwarf's inventory. Now remind me again the limitations on the dwarf, the explorer.
The explorer should have 5 body points.
5 or 6? 5?
5.
Okay.
2 attack, 2 defend, 5 body, 5 bind. Starts with a hand axe.
All right. And what are your limitations? Like, are there only certain weapons you can use or certain armors on the back of the hero card?
So it says you don't wear any metal armors, so as to namely avoid traps. Like the dwarf, you're able to disarm the trap without the use of a toolkit.
Yep. So similar but not identical. So 2 attack, 2 defense, 5 body, 5 mind. All right. So you can't use
No metal armor.
No metal armor. So no helmets, but you can use shields. Okay. So let me just tell you what he has then. You have a battle axe and a crossbow. You have a tower shield, which slows you down to 1 movement die, but gives you 2 extra defend dice if you're equipping it, which I would say do at the start of your turn. You have the Elven Chainmail, which does not hinder movement at all and gives you 2 extra defend dice. With me so far?
Yep. Well, I'm not bothering to write down the Elven Mail because it's metal, so I can't use it anyways.
Oh, it's magic metal, but it's still metal. Good point. Okay. All right. Forget that. Tower shield. Okay. Oh, you've got a regular shield as well. Okay. Regular shield you could use. But you can't use the battle axe at the same time. So you'll have to tell me at the start of your turn which one you're doing. You do have a halberd. That's a 2-handed weapon as well. That's 3 attack dice diagonal. You have a long sword. That's 1-handed with 3. Broadsword. That's 3 without the diagonal, of course. Yeah, I can't use the blood red chainmail because that's metal. You've got the rallying horn, which could be used to add an extra square of movement to the heroes around you. Use it too much, it can trigger a wandering monster. All right, ready for your potions?
Yeah.
All right. So you've got 2 Wolfsbane potions, which will do you a fat lot of good in this in this battle. But you do have a potion of speed, which is the extra movement one. You've got magic resistance against damage. You've got a potion of defense, that's +2 defense for 1 defense. 2 potions of battle, that's the reroll attack. Superior restoration, that's full body and mind restored. You've got 2 of the +2 healing potions, it's 2 body points each. Healing 1d6. You also have the smaller or the lesser restoration potion, which gives you 1 body point and 1 mind point back. You've got the potion of charm and 2 potions of skill. All right. And since the explorer is low level, there's no extra bonuses or anything yet. Just basic stuff.
So no bracers, huh? All right.
No bracers. Unless somebody has them and gives them to you, I guess.
Oh, good. I'll probably am going to go with the predominantly the shield and longsword combo to give myself the best.
That is a good combo. Yep. Other heroes, anybody need a rundown to their inventory? I know it's been several weeks.
Yeah, I mean, this wizard, I don't know if it's a brand new character or it's got potions.
Oh yeah, he's loaded. He also has a lot of potions too. Okay. No, he's a very sober wizard. Okay, so he has. Here's his inventory. He has a toolkit, the alchemist staff, which allows him to roll 2 black dice diagonally if he desires. The alchemist cloak, which is 1 extra combat die, and it can be green for defense. And he has a sling, which is 1 attack die at range, unlimited stones, as well as bracers and a single dagger. Ready for potions? Glasgow?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Potion of Wizardry. Which I always have to remind myself. Potion of Wizardry allows... That is a homebrew.
It doubled the effect of a spell.
Twice during the same turn. Yep. So could be double genie if you have it. Yep. Okay, so you've got one of those. You've got 2 potions, or sorry, 1 potion of magical aptitude. That's 2 separate and different spells on the same turn. Just like the ring of, or the wand of recall. You've got magic resistance against damage, 1 of those. 2 Wolfsbane potions, which will do you a fat lot of good here. Fire resistance. Magic resistance against all spell effects, keeping the old interpretation. You have a potion of Elder Wisdom. Antidote. You have a second magic resistance against all spell effects, which has a 50% chance of failure. Apparently you bought it from a shady merchant. Way long ago. You also have a potion of healing +4, a potion of healing +2, and you have a healing elixir, which once used gives you 1 body point back per turn for up to 5 turns in a row. Got all that?
Got it. Thanks.
Excellent. Yeah, this is an older wizard. He's got some experience behind him. Okay, anybody else? Druid all set. Barbarian.
I was just noticing the barbarian's got 8 hit points, 8 body points, not 10. Yeah, I think you've got 10 there.
I think that's intentional.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, is this a character that's been played?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Well, he's got the amulet of the North.
Is this Hacksaw Jim Dungeon? Is it?
That is great.
I remember that.
I don't know if this is him, but I love the name so much. We could always just, imagine Hacksaw Jim Dungeon. It's so good. I forgot about it until you said it. Let's see. He has the Cold Iron Plate, which is a form of plate mail. He has the Elven Chainmail, which he was wearing last time he was fighting. Helmet. Great Sword, which goes by many names. That's 4 attack dice diagonally. He has a crossbow, a regular shield, a toolkit, a buckler, which is a form of shield. He has a warhammer, which is like a battle axe. He has 2 of the small hand axes. Let's see. And are you ready for potions?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Other odds and ends. Okay. So he has the potion of icy strength. He has the potion of warmth. He has magic resistance against all effects. Magic resistance against damage, 2 of those. 3 antidotes. Heroic brew. Potion of airwalk. Potion of battle rage. 2 wolfsbane potions. 1 potion of battle. It's the regular potion of battle. The amulet of the north, of course. The armband of ice. Yeah, and the amulet of the north gives him 2, increases his body points by 2 and his mind points by 1, which is similar to one of the boons they give you actually in the upcoming Wisdom Morcar. Yep. But yeah, if you happen to use the Great Sword, she goes by many names. Mary Chop Things, Old Betsy, One Hit Wendy, Lucille, Molly the Murderess, Stabby McStab, Gwendolyn. So if you think of any other catchy names, feel free to shout them out.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure I will at some point.
Yep.
Oh, what a great sword.
Got him. Yep. Must try to research the maker of the HeroQuest table miniature to custom space. Oh man, Geek on Giddy is gone giddy. Yeah, if you could do a miniature Space Crusade table that looks like a, I don't know, thinking like a computer console or something. You could put it into Space Crusade. That'd be pretty great. I'm hoping that Ribby 3D prints and paints a Space Crusade board too. That'd be even more ambitious than the HeroQuest one, I think. But yeah, Dragon's Rest is a good place. If you sign up on the Patreon, I'm not a member, but just saying, you could. That's where people are getting these amazing things. Okay, all right, so you begin in the tavern. And I think the bad guys get to go first. I think that's the rule. So let me get your enemy army here. By the way, how you guys all doing time-wise on this? I know the arena battles can go quickly, but I still don't want to take too much time if you need to go or something.
I've got a couple of hours in me.
All right, Ribby.
Yeah,
Ribby's here. He's getting lots of work done. He's definitely not getting distracted by us. Thanks for coming. No plans to do that yet. Well, if I send you a box of stovetop in the mail, will you change your mind? Maybe this will change your mind. I know, I should probably actually make it for him. Have a chef deliver it or something. That's what you got to do. It's ready in 15 minutes. Actually, I do have a couple boxes of stuffing in my larder that I should dig out. I think I want to work on a Sir Ragnar cosplay. No, that would be really cool too. That would be really cool. Whatever you're gonna do, I think it's gonna be great. Okay, so the enemy. The enemy is revealed. All right. So we got an ogre champion. Or I guess that would be an ogre chieftain. This would be the champion. And we've got an ogre lord. And we've got an orc and another orc. 2 orc longbowmen. Okay. All right, and I think just with the normal rules, I get to activate first. So, oh yeah, we got to put this stuff out too. Yeah. And yes, I'm going to have to refer back to the rules to make sure I remember. If you guys see me missing something, just please feel free to call it out. From against the Ogre Horde with the arena rules. Let's get some more AI music going. Battle music. Suno.com. All right, and just to explain, of course, as you move through the, let's say your character's activated with one of these, we trade off, and as you move, you can actually walk over these and pick them up, and it goes to your team, and you can discard it to get 2 extra squares of movement, or you can just use it. And is it 1 per character? I can look it up. Also, with the treasure chest, you just move adjacent to it, so it doesn't matter if there's monsters present or not. Let me read it off. Okay. If a hero uses an action to search for treasure while adjacent or diagonal to a treasure chest, roll 2 red dice to determine the result, then remove the treasure chest from the board. So you've got possibilities of finding gold or weapons or taking damage. Trophy tiles. That's what these are. If a challenger or defender ends their turn on a trophy tile, oh, okay, you may collect that tile. No action required. Also, it's not just moving over it, you have to land on it. That tile is added to the shared team pool and may be used by any member of that team. Tiles may not be stolen. They remain throughout the rounds of a battle, but any uncollected tiles disappear at the end of the battle. Once used or activated, the tile is discarded. And it's called the burst of speed when you use one of them to add 2 squares to your movement. Now, if we're down to a solo combatant, there's special rules. When the sole member of the respective team is left, you get a boost. You can, in addition to your own turn, you may make a basic maneuver after each opponent's turn, meaning each character. A basic maneuver consists of either moving up to your movement speed or rolling 2 attack dice against an adjacent creature. If you can usually attack diagonally, you can do so in the basic maneuver as well. A solo combatant may not take a basic maneuver if they are incapacitated, meaning they've lost all their body points, or would not be able to take their action, or for example, like under a Tempest spell. Okay. And then with the combat tiles, which are what these are, so like for example, you might pick it up and find like that, the black shield. So you can use a combat trophy tile to add to your combat roll, use it after rolling your combat dice. So you could discard, the black shield to add a black shield to your thing or for movement. If it's healing, you can discard a healing potion trophy tile to restore lost body points equal to the number on the tile. If your body points are reduced to 0, you can use it as a death save. And then there are these battle axes. Those are called repost tiles. You can use those. If you suffer damage from a combatant adjacent or immediately diagonal to you, you can dispose of that repost trophy tile to immediately attack back. It can be used even if the defending combatant is defeated by the triggering attack. All right. Okay. All right, it begins. Or sorry, any questions first?
Yeah, can I just check? Cloak of Shadows. It's as written in the original.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I'm not even looking at the new stuff yet for this.
Okay, that's great. Thanks. That's great.
Very experimental as always. I think I want to work on a Sir Ragnar. Oh, he already said that. Yeah. I encourage you in that. That would be pretty cool. Especially if you had the white facial hair. Okay. All right, so I'm going to trigger my first monster. Let's get one of these guys out here. Yeah. We'll activate the Ogre Meister. 6 squares. Okay, so 1, opening the door to the arena with a crash. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, he claims this tile, this trophy, and I get to see what it is. All right, heroes, and you guys can decide. I mean, I see the turn order, but it doesn't matter because you just pick who you're going to activate. So decide amongst yourselves.
I mean, I'm happy to go first if you guys are okay with it. Sometimes it's helpful, sometimes it's not for the wizard to go first. If I'm casting spells on fellow heroes.
Go for it.
Can I just check? Sorry, a rules question, Kurgan. Let's say, for example, I was casting Courage on one of my companions, and currently they can't see monsters until the door's open. Would that be active? Would that be active when it's their turn rather than now?
I would say the way I interpret the spell, which I know is different than how Doug does it, it's the next time you attack. So I would never say the spell is wasted. It's
right.
The next time you attack, and then
well,
after the monsters leave your line of sight, you still have your next movement to try to move into line of sight of monsters to keep it going. So yeah.
All right. Okay, great. Well, in that case, I'm going to start by casting Courage on the Barbarian.
Excellent. All right, just to remind myself, that's not Hypnotic Blaze.
And I'll roll for movement. All right, so I'll just do a little night move into the arena, and I'll land on the square with the token.
All right. Let's see what you found. Is it a fireburst trap? No, it's a white shield. So that gets added to your team.
All right, thanks.
All right, now I get to activate someone. All right. The evil force of the Ogre Horde. Go! Zug zug. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, and then the longbow orc fires at the wizard with 4 attack dice. On the skull. Let's see, and that's because he has, oh yeah, the bracers. Okay. All right, so ching, no damage. All right, heroes. Who will you activate?
Should we go in like the turn order? So the explorer next, then barbarian, then
Sure.
Bohemius after that.
That's
Do you
fine.
want to do that?
All right, this one with the dark rim. Thanks, Ruby, for the remarkable rims. Is the explorer. Nine.
I'm debating if I want to go up towards that chest or take the other tile.
An explorer afraid of finding treasure. Oh, you'll never hear the end of this. Don't tell the elf.
I'm going to go to the chest. The one up north, the top side.
Bullied him into making the wrong decision. Perfect. Just kidding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like that.
Yep, perfect. And then, do I shoot the orc? Yeah, I'll shoot the orc. All right, let's see. I have a crossbow.
Yes.
That's 3, I believe, right?
Yep. Thanks, Geek on Giddy. He says, wishing us a memorable game. Night, I'll check out the schedule for next Hero Quest Strange Bus broadcast. Stay cozy. Thanks a lot. Appreciate you coming by. Yeah, the plan is tomorrow to keep playing. Nice roll. Okay, 1 skull. It's the orc. Ugh, got him. All right. Okay, so that means I get to activate. So the Ogre Befehlshaber. If you couldn't tell, I'm reading the German version. Okay. So he gets to go, and that is 4 movement. So we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4. For the Horde. All right, heroes.
I'm gonna charge in. Roll for movement.
Barbarian. Okay, climbing over the overturned tables and chairs in the tavern. I feel like everybody's cleared out. You know, there's like drinks spilled everywhere. They didn't realize there was an
Just
arena
like
outside.
Just like to go into the room as far right as I can go, and hopefully I can reach this ogre.
Like so.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. The big one, right?
And then
The big ugly
yeah,
one.
I'll
Sorry,
attack.
just wanted to clarify. The big ugly ogre. Okay, never mind.
The most ugliest one.
That's a tough contest right there. But anyway,
So, how much do I attack? What's the difference between the Warhammer and the Greatsword? Do they, which one packs more punch?
yeah. In this case, the great sword. You would have 3 black dice and 1 white die.
Okay, yeah, I'll swing with that then.
Okay.
Courage.
Oh, and plus 2 white. Sorry. He's right.
So, how many is that then?
3 black, 3 white.
3 black, 3 white. Okay. So, Hero Crest roll 3 black, 3 white. Is that how you do it?
Yeah, 3 space black, space 3, space white. Yep. Perfect.
Good.
4 skulls. All right. Roll my 6. Boss dice. Combo breaker. All right. And I get a wrestling move. All right. So I pick him up by the throat and slam him down. Ugh. He takes 1 body point. Brutality.
Yeah, a name to add to the list.
Oh, nice. Okay. Brutality. It's like, what are all those runes that are carved all over the handle? Well, let me tell you. She goes by many names. Okay. All right. Well done, Mr. Barbarian. Except I'll have to do better than that next time. All right. The last of the mighty heroes. Oh, but first I got to take a turn. Sorry. Not sorry. 2, 3, 4. All right, let's go. Let's activate this orc. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, I'm going to fire at the explorer. Launch an arrow. 2 skulls. All right. You only defend with 2?
Well, I had fired with the crossbow, so technically I wouldn't have the shield and sword equipped.
Well, you can still have the shield. The crossbow is
Alright, I'll roll
one-handed.
one.
Yeah. Roll 1 more. Still going to take damage. Unless you use your potion of
I
defense.
take all the damage, I guess.
Unless you did a potion of defense, that'd be 2 more. Your choice.
Yeah, what the heck? Why not?
Okay.
So,
Okay. You at least block
Yeah.
one of them. Ching!
yeah.
And the other one hit. Okay. Down to 4. All right. Now the hero. The mighty druid. Still finishing his herbal tea at the tavern. Greatly annoyed that he had to go into battle, but I don't know. Maybe not. It's like, finally some action.
I used the crossbow on the orc with the bow.
Ah. Yes, indeed.
Skulls.
Got him. Ugh. I feel like this is Count Dooku coming out with his 2 battle droids. It's like, they're not going to do anything. They mean well. But...
And then I move. And
Yep.
then I move 2 squares, be just behind the wizard.
Sneaks up.
Yep, pass.
Okay. I have one more creature. The Ogre Fürst. Okay, so he's only got 4. One, 2, 3. And he's gonna stay put. Okay. Begins a new round. All right, bad guys start first.
You got one more token right behind the other ogre there.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, they're so big they blocked it out with their big shadows. Okay, let's see. Let's go with just easy. I guess he's considered the chieftain or the champion, or the champion, chieftain or commander. Chieftain or commander, champion, lord. These are the ogres. Okay, so he's gonna attack the barbarian. Let me just double check here. What to do. Yeah. Yep, okay, so he's gonna attack with 6.
And will I be 3 defense? Is that correct?
Let me check.
Or is it 2 defense?
Okay, so what's your character wearing right
The
now?
bottom. Well, he's got elven chainmail
Mm-hmm. Helmet?
and a helmet as well, yeah.
Alright, but he was not using the shield.
No.
So it'd be 5.
Okay.
So we got 4 skulls and a wrestling move. Cha-ching.
I've got a wrestling move too.
Nice. Okay, so the 2 wrestling moves cancel each other out. You would take 1 damage.
Okay.
Alright, what wrestling move were you going to try on him?
Running power slam, British
Alright.
bulldog.
Yep. Okay, so you're running up to him, and he's also reaching out to do the choke slam, and you both just kind of like collide for just a second, and then kind of like do a little like ballerina twist, and the audience is like, "Ah," but nothing happened. Yep.
Double block.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, and you got to do the thing where you both like stare at each other in surprise, and then you stare at the audience, and then you stare back. And one guy will be like, "This is awesome."
Object.
Yep. Yep. Very true. Very true. Okay. Okay. All right. So that's all I'm gonna do. So hero activation.
If you guys are okay, I'd like to go.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, rolling for movement. Nine. Okay, can I go? Let's go 4 north and 1 west to the corner. And I'd like to try casting sleep on the commander. Yeah, the big guy who attacked the barbarian.
Whoosh. All right. Okay, so this means I got to roll for each of my mind points, and I got to roll a 6. Which in his case, not looking too good because he only got 2 mind points. So 2 chances to get a 6. Oh! Shrugged it off. After the smoke clears, you see that he's got like a really comically small a cup of coffee in his hand, and he's been sipping it. He's like, "Ha ha ha ha, fool!" He smashes it on the ground. Actually, he probably
He's a
would.
lucky big.
He would crunch the cup in his mouth. He'd eat it. Yeah, he's a lucky big boy. Good try.
All right, I'll pass my turn.
All right. Okay. All right. Monster activation. All right. I'm going to get the champion activated. And the ogre champion is going to move. Let's see. 1, 2, or no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's going to attack the explorer with 5 dice. Ha ha ha. 3 skulls. Okay, you blocked 1. Take 2 damage. Okay, hero activation.
Continue the order, or just does Barbarian want to go?
No, yeah, go Explorer,
All
and
right.
then I'll go next.
All right. Let's see here. I am going to switch to the tower shield with the longsword,
All right.
and go ahead and attack this guy next to me.
Ooh,
Are you kidding me? Come on.
still a wrestling move though. And per my roll, he doesn't get a roll back. So, all right, what's it gonna be?
I think I'm going to go with a little bit of the old dirty shot to the back of the kneecap there.
What? All right. He kind of reaches down and like punches his leg, and like it snaps back into place in a really like sickening way. And you look at his face, and he's like, "Ugh!" The veins just bursting in his neck. Yep. Okay, but that's a hit. And this is going to get really confusing with these tiles, but we know that he's taken 1 damage. Okay, monster activation. If that, unless you were going to do something else, are you going to move or something?
No, I'll just stay there.
Okay.
I don't think moving does me any good at this point.
These guys are a little slow as far as their movement goes. Okay. All right. So.
Ooh, actually, can I try and do my move?
Oh, sure.
I want to see if I can get on that tile there. So I have the tower shield equipped, so it's just 1 dice, correct?
Correct. You could use the potion of speed to give you 1 extra. Or no, it would be 2 extra. Okay, so you got a 5.
That would get me on that the tile. So let's see, down 2 and over 1.
Okay. You grab the trophy. Ah, a potion of healing +2 for your team.
Cool.
Nice find.
So you've got a white shield and you get a +2 healing. And I've got whatever I've got. Okay. Now the monster activation. Okay. The Ogre Lord. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, he's going to attack the barbarian. Puny Northman. 4 skulls and a wrestling move. Okay, so you blocked 1. You got anything to protect yourself, or are you taking all the damage?
I'll take the damage.
All right. It's not a berserker, you know. Okay. All right. Hero activation.
I'm gonna swing at that same guy I was fighting with, and then I'll roll to move after that. Yeah.
I know they just look like big blue blobs on the screen, but yeah, the one in the middle is the commander or the chieftain. The one on the top is the champion, and the one at the bottom is the lord of the ogres. So you're attacking the commander. Wow, good one.
4.
4 skulls. Oh, I was supposed to take another bit of damage from you, wasn't I? Forgot what the wrestling move. Throws dust from the arena floor right in his eye. Okay. Now I gotta roll the defense. Classic heal move, you know. Just to add insult to injury. Okay, so 4 skulls. That's great. 5 defense. Ching, and 2 damage. Fine hit. A fine hit. Got to keep track of these.
Could I move?
I think it was the
Is that-
commander that was being hit rather than the lord.
Oh, whoops, I put it in the wrong spot, didn't I? Dang it. This is where it really starts to get confusing. There. It's lined up with him. Thank you. All right, what were you saying?
Is the 2 tiles beside me, are they collectibles?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a trophy that can be picked up.
Okay, I'd like to move to collect that. So move down to collect that, and then I'll see what it is, and then
Another healing +2 for your team. So now we've got 2 healing potions, +2 each, and the white shield.
okay. I'll drink one. Is it okay if I drink one of those healing potions?
I don't mind. Are you asking your team or?
Yeah. Yeah.
Go for it. Go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Brilliant. I'll just take one.
Okay, so we take one of those back. I didn't bother to put them on your potion tally because they're for the team. However you choose to use them. Okay. All right, and all my monsters have been activated, so heroes. Master Druid.
I move 2 squares to the right and cast Entwine.
Ah, it's like there's all these sheets of paper that are like falling, blowing away in the wind. All the scrolls he's carrying. Entwine. Okay, let's remind myself what that does. This spell summons enchanted roots, which entangle all visible monsters for 1 turn. They will not be able to move or attack heroes. The defense rolls will also be reduced by 1 combat die. Excellent.
Awesome. Awesome.
All right, so that happens. It's like. Let's see. Somewhere I had all the tiles in the world. Well, that's okay. I can just remember. I'll just put one of these out so I can just remember that there's vines. So they're like vines grabbing them. They're like struggling, trying to eat them. Okay, well done. All right, so I'm gonna say that happens until your next turn. So let's see. Can't move or attack heroes. So I might as well just skip all their turns then. Okay, new round begins. Okay, heroes.
All right. Are we okay just to keep going with the move order thing, guys?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
good with
sounds
it.
great.
Yep.
Okay. Right. Thanks to Bohemius, this is a good moment for me to drink my potion of magical aptitude.
Ah. In my head, I'm hearing the gummy bear sound effect. You know, when they power up, like doing.
Yep. Okay. So I've got magical aptitude. I'm also going to drink my Potion of Wizardry.
Oh man. Bohemius is like, this is what I would have done as well. Probably.
Right, my first spell. I'm gonna use my Potion of Wizardry ability. By the way, does this Potion of Wizardry last me all turn or for just one spell?
Oh, you're trying to double up on it? Let me.
I'm wondering if it
Just one spell.
one
That's
spell.
how we rolled
Okay.
it before.
So
You basically get
okay,
two
so can I
and then
have it?
one, right?
Okay, so I'd like to use it on Arrows of the Night
Or wait a second.
in order to attack.
Bohemius, keep me honest here, even though I'm an evil wizard. So we get to use two of the same spell on the same turn, right? Is that how you would recall I did it?
Yeah, wizardry, yes. While the wizardry makes you use the same spell twice, while the other one, the aptitude,
Mm-hmm.
makes you use two spell different.
So he could use
Same turn.
three
Yeah.
spells.
Okay. So
One twice.
what he's
and one
going
next
to
So
turn.
do
I'd-
is going to double one, and the second one is going to be a normal spell.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Yep. Let it be so. Okay, so you're doing Arrows of the Night.
okay, so I'm doing Arrows of the Night. I'm going to double up on Arrows of the Night and attack the champion.
Nice. Okay. Champion, the one at the top.
So do you want me to roll 4 attack, or do you want to do 2 separate attacks?
Since you're attacking twice, I would treat it as a combined attack.
All right. So I believe you defend with 0 because of Bohemius' spell.
It doesn't say I can't defend though.
Only
Just defend
minus
with
one.
one. Oh, but if I
Yeah, but
only have,
you
let's see.
you defend with 9 points, yeah.
Mind points. Only one mind point. You're right. He won't be able to. Oh man. I knew I should have invested in those magic resistance potions. It'll be fine.
Oh yes, a beauty.
Okay.
What a shot.
Now I have those little balloon lights, but where's the one that's like a black hole? It's just a bunch of darkness that moves across the board like a shadow. I don't know how I would do that. Well, anyway, yeah. So this dark
Suppressive fire.
this dark shadow blob of shadow like travels and hits him. Okay, so it's this guy, right? So he takes 4 damage. Wow. Okay, and he's already taken 1. Okay, so that leaves him with 1 left.
That cut him down to size.
Okay. And now I'm going to just move 2 south. And can I now try and hit the same guy again with my Fire of Wrath?
I probably should have said do them all 3 in the same sequence, but I'll allow it. Go for it. I didn't say anything, so.
Fire of Wrath.
Fire of Wrath. It wouldn't be Fire of Wrath without some special effects. Alright, and this, I guess, is the 3rd attack, so he still doesn't get to defend, so boom.
No, this time you roll a movement die, don't you? And it's a 5 or a 6.
Oh, because it's not a combat die. Ah, yeah, I'm mixing European rules with. Yeah, good point. He still gets to. At least he gets a chance. Five or six? Nope. Oh! Got him.
It's the Explorer.
Yeah, I was trying to remember what does Potion of Battle do again?
Let's you re-roll an attack. Actually,
Okay.
wouldn't it be monster activation after the wizard?
Yes, but you don't get to do anything.
Oh, because the whole turn. Ah, intertwine. Okay, yeah, go for it.
So I guess, do I hit the wounded one, or do I go try and open up that chest and see what we get? So I won't be able to kill it, so...
Yeah, go open the chest to see what's in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna open the chest. Oh, what you got there?
Thank you for your support. I forgot. That was from Dungeon Master, I believe. Okay. All right.
I'll move one north to the chest, and I'm gonna open it.
All right. I picture he like opens it and the golden light shines on his face. All right. So you've got to roll. Is it 2 dice? Let's see. Yeah, 2 red dice. Depending on what you get, will determine what you get. 4. Poison gas. You lose 2 body points.
Hazard perception or something, whatever the skill.
Yeah, what does your card say? Is it danger sense? I always forget.
Sorry, I wasn't pushing my talk button. Once per turn, when you draw a hazard card from the treasure deck, you may return the card to draw to the bottom of the deck and draw a new card. So, could I use that to do a reroll?
Yeah,
Or no?
let's do it. It's so cool, I can't pass it up.
I
11.
like that one better.
You found 200 gold coins. So it's like the gas congealed into it was just laughing gas. And there was some gold there.
I would like to say that I actually found 225 gold, because when I find gold,
Ah,
I find an additional 25.
some of the
so-
coins were stuck together. Yeah. 225. It's good to be the explorer. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. The monsters continue to struggle against their vines. Who's next?
It's me. I'll go and attack the same guy I was fighting. I'll go. Let me roll. So I can reposition myself. Yeah, just like to move up 3, and then 1 right. Yeah, that's fine. And I'll attack using my broadsword.
Broadsword. Broadsword. He just kind of spun around with his vine still attached to him.
Four skulls.
Wow. Okay. All right, so defend with 1 less. So 3. Ching, and 1 damage.
4 skull.
Shouldn't that be 2 damage? 4 minus 2.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Cha-ching! Yeah, it's Gold Public's comment from earlier. Missed it. Yeah, so he's pretty damaged. He's got 2 left. Okay. They continue to gnaw at the vines. Mighty Druid. So now the spell finally wears off. So they got regular defense now. All right, Bohemius. Bohemius, you might be muted.
Yeah, of course, I was muted. I rolled the the movement. Is
Okay.
8.
I picture you yelling into the mic. You're like, "Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?" Nobody heard it. Sorry. Okay.
Let's move 1 square north, 2 squares the right,
All right.
and I attack this one with the battle axe.
All right. He looks over, sees nothing. He looks down, he sees nothing. He looks down really far. He sees this axe swinging at his face. What? Okay, 3 skulls. All right, I get full defense again. So 5. Ching! Wrestling move. All right. He puts one of his huge hands on top of your head, and then he takes the other hand and he just like smashes it down like a hammer, and you're just clubbed to the floor. But you get back up. You get knocked down, but you get up again. He's never gonna keep you down. You were just pissing the night away. Tell me if
It's
somebody
your
got that
turn.
right. All right.
Well, what was a Chamba-Wamba?
Yes. Tub thumping. Classic. All right. Let's see. So that was you. Okay, so since I skipped an entire round for me, this would be a new round. That makes sense to everybody. And then, yes, it would be my turn. Okay, So we're gonna do the commander first. Wish he had like a multi-attack. He's going to attack the druid. Yes. Ha! 3 skulls and a wrestling move. Ooh. Okay, so 3 damage total.
Ouch.
Alright. And he picks you up by the scruff of your neck, and then he kind of like slams you down. Okay, hero activation.
Okay, could I drink my potion of Elder Wisdom?
Ah. Alright. You get one of your spells
And-
back. You used Arrows of Night, Courage, and Sleep.
It's a difficult decision, but I'll go for Arrows of the Night.
It's back.
Okay, rolling for movement.
Snake Eyes. Solid.
Okay, can I go 1 north, 1 east?
He wipes the
And can
sweat
I
from his
cast-
brow. There's a big cloud of smoke behind him. Sorry.
I'm going to cast Arrows of the Night on the champion.
All right.
Sorry, the commander. Yeah, the commander.
All right. So a big shadow void goes flying at him. Okay. So I defend with mind points. 2 skulls. Oh,
2
man.
skulls.
So I get, let's see. Yep, 1. It's a boss die, but still. Oh, talk about lucking out. He reached down to
Well
tie
done,
his
good
shoe.
roll.
He reached down to tie his shoe. Didn't even know a spell was coming, and it went flying over his head. You might say it went over his head. If it had hit him, he wouldn't have.
It's the
known
Ogre
what to
Lord.
do. Yep. All right. Yeah. Okay. 2. Yeah, he's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I was gonna say, can he do the Doomsday device with his tag team partner? Let's see what he can do here. He's going to attack. Eight skulls against the druid. Cha-ching. Okay, so you take 6 damage.
I gotta use a potion.
Okay, yeah, you only had 2 body points, so you're down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and you've got many choices. What are you using?
The 1d6. I should have it, right?
Let's see.
I
We've
should
got-
have a +4.
Yeah, +4, +2. A warmth.
And 1d6. Let's
Not seeing a
roll.
1d.
Let's take the +2.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the 1d6.
Plus
There
two.
is the team one that's
No,
+2.
the +2 is fine.
Okay. Now, are you using the tile or the one from your inventory?
Well, I think it's better use the tile for now.
Okay. That gets used up.
Yes.
All right. Gonna get 2 back. He's alive. Can't keep a good halfling down. I mean, to be fair, he didn't have far to fall, but anyway. Even the smallest person can change the course of the future. All right. Did we get everybody, or no? We got 2 heroes to go.
We have 3 heroes to go.
Oh, you're right. Did
Or
I-
The wizard is gone.
Did I skip somebody's turn by accident?
No, you started.
Oh,
Wizard went, and then you went with your second guy. We're
More-
good.
More evil than I thought. Okay.
All right. So I guess I will have to do a move first. Wrong one. Sorry.
All right, you moved it the length of a shield. Okay, 6.
Down 1 and over 2. Perfect. And then I will use my. I'm sticking with the longsword and tower shield combination.
All right. It's like peanut butter and jelly. Or jam, if you prefer. Preserves. Okay, 1 skull. All right, that's the commander.
Could maybe use that shield and get a wrestling move here.
Oh,
Ooh, that could be fun.
yeah. That's a great idea. Okay. Okay, so you add that to his roll, so he really got 3 white shields and a skull. All right, let's see what I get. Roll 5 for defense. Oh man. Ching. So I blocked the attack, but the wrestling move got him. All right, what's it gonna be?
All right, I think I'm gonna do the old. Well, let's see. I'm staying behind him, so jump up and rear naked choke.
Ah! All right. He manages to throw you off,
Okay.
but not before you did some damage. Yeah,
I believe that would conclude my turn.
when the referee made you break the hold, everyone was like, "Aw, boo!" Let's see. Okay, that was there. All right, next hero activation.
Yeah, I'm just gonna swing on this guy in front of me.
Okay. Swing away. Are you using Brutilda? I guess so. Speaks for herself.
Yes.
4 skulls. Excellent. Okay. Ooh, but not enough. Ching. Can I get a wrestling move?
I was gonna be afraid to ask if that would be 2 wrestling moves because that's 6 black skulls, arch black shields.
I haven't implemented that turn, or that mechanic. I'm just taking it as 1.
It's a tag team wrestling move. They're both the ogres attack me.
Yeah.
Double clothesline.
Oh yeah, that could be. So he knocks him over and then picks him up by his hair, and then the other one comes by and like swats him one more time. Ugh. Like he doesn't fall all the way down. Like he hits him, he starts to fall, grabs him by the hair, then the other guy comes by, smacks him again, and then drops him. There we go. Works for me. Okay. Last but not least,
The
What?
druid. So the druid. Let's roll movement first. Seven. Okay. Druid moves 1 square south.
Okay.
6 squares to the right.
Alright.
And cast Shapeshift.
I was gonna say he finds himself a nice refreshing pasture. He feels the forces of nature around him, and he's like, comes a mighty bear of the wood.
And pass.
All right, that's the end of the round.
Yeah, I'll equip also the shield. in
Okay.
This turn.
Okay, so you got a shield in your mighty paws. He's got opposable thumbs like a panda. Okay. Let's activate. Yeah, we'll activate the commander. Yeah, and he's gonna brutally just like shove his way, knocking the poor explorer back against the wall, and then he's gonna attack. Six skulls.
Tower shield is +2, right? So it'd be 4
Yeah.
dice.
Yep.
Ow.
Alright.
Jeez Louise.
Down he goes.
And I guess I'll use one of my potions to try to keep myself up.
Keep yourself alive.
Uh,
Keep yourself alive.
I have a +2 healing potion I will use.
Sounds good. All right. It's got 2 body points restored. He's alive, just like number 5. Yeah. Okay. Hero activation.
Okay.
So that's all the tokens for your team used up.
Okay, rolling for movement first.
All right.
Oh, snake eyes again.
Yep.
Yikes.
He's thinking of his pet snake at home. He can't help it. Hoping you remember to put an extra rat in the aquarium for him while he was away.
Ugh. Okay, can I stand in the corner of the room? I'll go just one north, one west to the corner.
Just
And I'm gonna hit. I'm gonna try and hit the commander with a ball of flame.
Ooh. Hadouken! All right. Five or 6 to resist. Okay, I resisted 1. The other one got me. Let's see, is that enough damage to take him down? Yep, you got him. Posty! Well done. Yes, he is. All right. My activation. Or, hold on a second.
Yep. Should be you.
You got maneuver at the end of the
Yeah.
round. Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I forgot all about the basic maneuver. Okay, so so we had the wizard go. Who else has gone this round?
You're the guy that just got blasted.
Got blasted, but I still get a basic maneuver, meaning I can move 2 squares of movement, or I can attack.
Or attack with 2 dice, I think.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Okay. All right, he's gonna go 1, 2. All right, next.
All right. Go ahead and move me forward 2, and I will attack diagonally with my longsword.
Three skulls. Ching, 2 hits. I should say to Geek on Giddy when he listens to the recording, I haven't forgotten, but I'm saving it. Don't worry, it will get used. Okay. All right, so I get another basic maneuver. So I'm going to attack with
Yes.
2 dice. Against the Explorer. Always pick on the new guy. That's the rule. Missed. Darn. Even with the cheating dice, I missed. They're not cheating dice, but you know what I mean. They're extra strong. Okay. Next hero.
Okay, so I'd like to drink my potion of icy strength,
All right.
and I'd also like to drink my heroic brew as well,
Oh yes.
and then give him an attack with my what's the sword called? The broadsword. What's her name? Is it Grunhilda? Was that another new?
You can name it. You can give a new name. Every barbarian got his own name.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
swing with trusty old Grunhilda.
All right. And the icy strength, is that the one that doubles your damage afterwards?
It is. Yeah.
And it's 2 attacks. Okay, so here's how
That's
we'll
right.
do it. We'll have you roll your 2 attacks, counted as 1. We'll double skulls that you get. Then I'll defend.
Okay.
Okay.
6.
Wow.
Is it 2 attacks though? 2 attacks then doubled.
Okay, so it's supposed to be 4 dice, so
So it's
3 black, 1 white.
double attack and 2 attack.
Oh, yeah. There's so much stuff
Yeah,
being
courage is still active. Yeah,
stacked. Yeah.
courage is still active.
Okay, so how many dice is you rolling? Another 3.
I think
Black
it's
and another-
6 black, 6 white.
Yeah.
Is 6 black, 2 white, right? In total.
So he'd roll 8 dice plus 2. So we should roll another 3 black and 1 white, and we'll add it all together, and then we'll double it.
Whoa.
Right?
Okay.
Because it's 2 attacks plus the courage.
Courage. I didn't calculate the courage. So yeah, he's 10 dice of more.
This
From
is like
actually
this is
4
like Warhammer
plus courage
40k. You're
plus
just
6.
like
There are
this whole
12.
list, and then you
There are
add
12 dice total.
and then you add this,
Three-
and they're
three
just like,
Skull.
and you just slam the miniature on the ground. You're like, fine, you got him, okay, you won. Okay, okay, so 6 skulls, and that's 12, and 4, yeah, so 12 skulls, and it doesn't double. Wait, does it double the outcome? I'm gonna have to double check, because if it doubles the wait a minute. Yeah, I was like, if it doubles
12
the
dice. It's
white
12
shield.
skulls, yes.
Yeah, but does it double the white shields also? I think it's just the skulls, right?
No, only the skulls.
Okay. Yeah, otherwise. Okay. So, yeah, 12 skulls. Well, let's try to see if he can defend. That's pretty awesome. That's so awesome. Why wouldn't I just take it? Okay. Oh man. 9. Okay, so I blocked. I still take 9 damage. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11. Yeah, you killed him. he
Wow.
quote unquote only has 10 body points. Thank you, Amalgamash. You're to blame. No, he's a cool guy. He is to blame though. I'm just saying. Yeah. Okay, so as he dies. Okay, now who was it that took him down? It was the barbarian, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Of course. All right, as he goes down, he grabs you. He throws you. But he doesn't get up again. All right. And of course, you kip back up. Congratulations, you're the winners.
That was awesome.
Good job, guys.
What a shot.
Well, I think that's an excellent stopping point. What does everybody else think?
Yeah, good one.
I had this idea I was gonna like add all this other stuff, and I'm just like, you know what? This is just going too well. Let's just see how it plays out. Now tomorrow I got to think of another arena battle to do for the Jungles of Deltarak crowd on Saturday. Well, I guess if you guys need to get going, I understand. If you want to stick around and chat a little bit, I'm fine with that too. Anything you want to say, maybe about Wizards of Morcar coming out this month with people around the table versus virtually like we do. All right. Well, thank you to all our chatters there, everybody there. Atsumori Kofuhara, Bookham Dano, of course, is here. Gold Public, Snickle, Zargon goes on and on. Ribby, Geek Gone Giddy, of course, our heroes, including Glasgow, Bohemius, Grimlore, Bookham Dano. We never got Jacer. Well, I'll just say if Jacer's listening, I hope everything's going okay. Drop us a line, let us know how you're doing. Not trying to poke into your life, but whenever somebody's been with us a long time and we've had a great time playing, we just want to know everything's going all right. You don't have to reveal anything, just checking in. So, wish him well. And shout out to Dungeon Master. That was really awesome that you sent me those Witch Lords, as you call them. That was pretty fantastic. And I want to send you something too, but it's going to take me a while to get it ready. I'm still preparing. I've got a list of people I got to send stuff to. But there's things that I want to make. There's the custom things I've made. I think it'll be worth the wait. But we do have Christmas coming up, so I don't know how quickly I'm going to get those things out of here. I know that's the time when everybody's mailing everything. But yeah, I'll just get Wizards of Morcar probably about the same time everybody else gets it. Is probably what's going to happen. I was seeing First Light at my local Barnes & Noble, which was a good sign. So it's not just Target anymore. And they very often will have some type of sale, like either right at the holidays or right after, with like board games being cheap. And I have like gift cards that I got to spend, real ones. Don't be scammed. Yep. The problem is the stuff is
I
kind
still
of
haven't
expensive.
seen First Light on the shelves over here.
Oh yeah.
I don't know about you, Grimlore, but I've not seen First Light anywhere out in the wild.
I've not seen it around myself either. So yeah, it's confusing. I was expecting to see it in a few places, but no, I've not seen it around yet.
Oh, so
But then
it's not sold out. It just hasn't come there yet.
no, I've not seen it in any of the shops or anything like that, really.
Yeah, I got mine pre-ordered. I think Hasbro Pulse. I think it was Hasbro Pulse. I got mine from. I just got one copy. No, I didn't. I got 2 copies. Sorry, I got 2 copies, both from Hasbro Pulse.
There he is.
But I haven't seen it in the shops.
Our guy there. Yeah, of course you did. Yeah, well, maybe it's time to send a message to Hasbro Pulse. Send them a polite email to consumer care. Let them know, hey, our store, or also contact the store. Say, hey, I'd like you to order First Light. Something. Because I'm sure there's all kinds of distribution issues. Atsumori says, the only place I've found it is at the Target. Yep. Or Target, as some of us call it around here. That's where I bought mine. But I mean, I've told the story before. Like, I got there on what I thought was release day. Nobody knew what the heck I was talking about, and I had him go. Almost said backstage. Had him go behind into the warehouse area, the storage area in the back, and it's like they were looking everywhere, and it's like we can't find it. I was like, "Are you sure it's supposed to be released?" They're like, "Oh, let's try again." Poor guy, going around. And then finally they got it, and it was like, okay, now I can buy it. And then a few days later, or maybe like a week later, I came back and it was on the shelf. Yep. But yeah, Barnes & Noble is the only other place I've seen it around here. And it's a fairly large town, but it's still like in the Midwest, so it's not like a big premier spot either. But yeah, I'm surprised. I would have thought it was available more places. But anyway, they claim that that's changing.
Well, even in the game stores here. I mean, I live in a big city, and there's several, big stores and big game stores. But I'm just shocked that I haven't seen First Light in any of the shelves anywhere. And it's been so many places that I doubt it's been sold out. I just don't think it's appeared at all. Whereas all the other expansions have, they've all been there.
Well, that's good at least.
So it seems really strange because First Light was supposed to be, the chance for a big audience to get into HeroQuest.
Yeah, the mainstream.
So that would be the one box you would expect to see above anything else.
Yeah. I mean, part of me is saying to myself, well, if they don't have First Light, but they've got everything else, everything else is kind of better. But yeah, for somebody who's just starting out and is like, ooh, $135, I don't know about that. But then they see the $50 box and it's like, okay, let's give this a shot. What could go wrong? And then they get hooked on it and buy everything else. Yep. So yeah, as a marketing strategy, seems kind of strange. Well, I hope they get it figured out.
Got one more Wizards of Morcar thought, if you've got time for it.
Of course.
I noticed in the original quest book, how the first half of the book has got kind of the rules and stuff, and there's a section for the Man-at-Arms where there's a big image, like from maybe an old Warhammer book or something, which is like an image of a town. And I wonder if that was the inspiration for the map.
That's a cool idea. I hadn't thought of that.
Because it's got the kind of iconic kind of stone archway entrance to the town. The kind of gateway or something, and then there's a lot going on. It looks kind of busy medieval style town. And it was only when I was skimming through it that I thought that I wonder if that is where this idea for the kind of what is it, Hopkins Town or something like that, or something on the
Hopkins Keep, yeah,
on the new version. Yeah.
I should find. Let me, because that is a great point. I'm gonna. I should probably stop this combat music. We're not fighting. I swear we're not fighting. All right, more peaceful music. All right, so I'm gonna go to yield in because I don't have the box handy. I need to reorganize everything. But yeah, let's look at the original quest book. I'll try to get to a non-spoiler page. Okay, so this is not the picture of the wizard at the gates, right? This is a picture of the town.
Yeah, I think it's under the Man at Arms section.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I know where it is.
Men at Arms?
Yes. I speak your language, sir. Yeah, on the back cover they have that huge castle with like the ocean, and then there's the guy, looks like a man-at-arm, mercenary, walking up to the gate. And then of course on the front cover you've got the stone wall and the bridge. But then inside you've got more illustrations, which I always appreciated about the European originals, which I didn't own originally. There it is. Ah, I know exactly what you're talking about now. Okay. All right, and I can share this without fear of spoiling anything for you guys. All right, you can see that now. Is that what you had in mind?
Oh yeah, that's it. It's a lovely illustration.
Yeah. I don't think that's Tess Hogan. She's got darker hair than that. That might be Doug. He has a hat on, so you can't. No, he's got hair. Never mind. Sorry, Doug. I'm just kidding. But yeah, you've got. Yeah, I guess I haven't looked at this very closely. So you've got these two hands shaking on a flag. You've got some different characters. A guy with a spear. Fenn. Fenn is the author. You've got a wizard coming out of a tower. Wuthering Heights. Like the novel. A princess. Another princess. And they're just chatting. Got some. Oh, this is laundry. I thought these were flags at first. There's some. It's like I'm expecting to see Waldo. Where's Waldo? Yeah, that's pretty cool. I wonder if this was original or if this was like a Warhammer illustration. But yeah, if you've got the booklet, it's on page 8 of the original. Hiring men-at-arms. Yeah, it could have been the inspiration. Architecture's familiar. Well, and that would just be another example of, oh, this looks like weapons. This would be just another example of them looking for things that they can evoke from the original. Inspiration, Easter eggs, whatever you want to call it. And I'd certainly appreciate that. It's like, what's something that we can put in that fits, that rings true, that feels like it belongs? All right. Anything else? Anybody?
I was going to ask you, how'd your painting go for the Christmas exchange? For me, it worked really well.
Oh, nice. Well, I had a good time. I don't want to spoil it. I think everybody's mailed it out. No spoilers.
I don't know if they've been mailed out yet, because there's a few people, I guess, overseas.
Oh, yeah. That'll be a nightmare. Well, I hope nothing gets lost. Yeah, you might have to pay a little extra tariff. We would getting it, whatever, however it works. I mailed my stuff out, like, let's see. Yeah, at the very end of November. So it probably went out early this week. Mine did. And I painted 2 miniatures and I put them in like a metal, like a Christmas tin. I was at Hobby Lobby, it's just a chain around here, and they had like lots of Christmas stuff. And I'm just like, I was looking for something almost like an advent calendar, like you'd open it up, like little cardboard, and it would be the thing, but I couldn't find something like that. So I just got like, this would be like a cookie box. And I filled it with confetti, colored confetti. And then I put the miniatures inside that I painted. And the painting itself went really well. Like, I had a clear idea of what I wanted to do right away. And first thing was I primed it. These are 3D prints, PLA, from Bohemius. He gave me like a huge collection. That's what I should do. I should just paint them and give them away, like giving back to the community. But yeah, I got a chance to practice my skills. I had a theme in mind, which I won't say what it is. And I did the stuff, but I kept going back to it and going, oh, I should add a little bit more. Oh, I should add a little bit more. I should add a little bit more. It's like, look, I'm never going to get this done. I've got to just say it's done. It's good enough. Send it out. Because originally I was going to do like a whole bunch. I was going to do like a whole theme. And it's like, that's going to take way too long. Just limit it to these 2 and call it good. But yeah, I had a blast doing it. It was really fun. I'd do it again.
I'll do it again next year for myself. The timing ended up really kind of stinking for me though, because the government shut down as a federal employee. That threw a big wrench into me.
Oh man. Yeah, I was thinking statistically, there's probably a good chance one of our people got affected. Yeah. Well, I'm glad things are getting back to normal then. Yeah, a lot of people had a lot of stuff happening. Darn.
Yeah, I had a lot of ideas. I ended up just painting what I picked up, and
yeah,
I mailed them out. And I've actually already heard from the individual that I sent them to, and they're really happy with them.
Awesome. Yeah, because you can open it as soon as you get it. Just people are gonna. What are we doing? Are we trying to all like post our pictures at the same time, or people just kind of like start posting them?
From what I understand, we're waiting until we have confirmation that everybody's received theirs.
Oh, okay.
And then once that's the case, then we can post pictures.
Nice. Yeah, because part of me is like, don't open until Christmas. But I mean, everybody's going to be busy, so then it won't happen. So probably better that we do it at least a little bit ahead of time. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what other people get too. Like, I'm hoping mine don't break before they arrive, but I padded them pretty well, I think. I guess the worst thing could happen is the tin itself could get dented, but I mean, that's fine. You can still use it for cookies.
Yeah, the ones I sent out, I wrapped in tissue and then bubble wrap, and they said they got there perfectly, so.
Nice. Did you use a 3D print, or did you use an actual plastic or metal, or?
They are actually Reapers that I use.
Oh, so. Ooh, hey, that's high quality. I know how much those cost. Nice.
They weren't that. I didn't do anything that fancy, but they were ones I've heard about, but I hadn't seen before. I ended up walking into a game shop up at my where my daughter's going to college.
Nice.
And I was just looking along, and I found them there. I was like, oh, okay, I'm definitely buying these. So.
Oh man. College towns are great places to find game shops and stuff, because I remember how it was. You know, you get your student loan money, and you're like, I could spend all this on pizza, but you know, I could get some fancy like hobby stuff. And yeah, there you go. Yep. Very nice. Yeah, I like Reaper figures. I have quite a few of them myself. I started out using them as HeroQuest proxies. Well, I guess I still use them as HeroQuest proxies. But yeah, they fit the new style fairly well, depending on which ones you select. But yeah,
absolutely.
That's what the Wandering Monk was when we started. So, you know, it's about the right size. The only thing is the base, but I don't mind the bases that much. I've added my own bases to them to make them fit well enough for me.
I thought about doing that to the ones that I sent off for the exchange. I decided not to.
Oh, like basing them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like these guys. I mean, These are all Reapers. See, but like this guy, I put a base on him. It's just a little. I just trimmed that and made it into a base. So there's the Paladin. See, it's just like a end cap for like a door,
Yeah.
or not a door, a piece of furniture. You know, like you put it on the end of a pipe or on the end of a like post on a chair or a table or whatever. And you just cut it with a razor blade. You can make it the exact shape that you want. So just to give it like a little square. Anyway, it's what I wanted to do, so I did it. And I had a lot of them. They were cheap. Yep. But like this guy's a Reaper, and I didn't give him a new base. That was me playing around with washes as well. There's a Minotaur.
I like the design on that one.
Yeah.
It's quite old school.
Yep.
It fits Hero Quest perfectly. That.
Yep.
Like especially the old Hero Quest as well. That would totally fit with.
Yep.
But both of them, I find sometimes even the old Hero Quest, you can mix in some of the miniatures, no problem, and it doesn't look too, like it's not that far off.
No, it's not.
With regards to scale, like it's not too bad.
Yeah. That's not bad at all. Yeah, I thought it would be a lot more of a contrast and I would hate it, but I've gotten used to it.
I think a lot of it's to do with the bases on the new ones as well. The bases are a little bit raised more than the original.
Yeah. Yeah, they're standing on plinths, right? But for some characters, I mean, I don't know, I think of orcs have a lot of genetic variation, let's say, kind of mutants anyway.
Oh yeah, totally.
So you can have big orcs, small orcs, you got big heads, small heads, doesn't matter. With the heroes, I mean, I guess you have variations there too. I mean, you've got your dwarves, you got your barbarians, you got your halflings.
Yeah, I mean, are goblins orcs?
Depends on whom you ask. In Hero Quest, yeah, what are they? I mean, they're different peoples, but are they related? So
I
here we
suppose
go.
that it's a similar thing to like sort of like dwarves, elves, and humans. Like they'd be cousins, I'd suppose.
Yeah.
Like closely related, but I'd say orcs are goblinoid to an extent.
Yeah. Well,
you could say.
In Lord of the Rings, they are the same species, let's say. And even in the movies, they portray them as different species, but not really because they're genetically compatible. Of course, you could say, well, maybe they needed magic to do it, but they bred orcs with goblin men to produce the Uruk-hai. So it's like, okay, sure, why not?
Yeah, and
half-elven.
Although they haven't appeared in Hero Quest, Warhammer has hobgoblins as well, which are kind of maybe halfway between goblins and orcs or something like that.
So if you mix it human with an orc, it's a half orc, but then you've got hobgoblins as well.
Yeah, they're all really close related. In Warhammer, all the other like orcs and goblins hate hobgoblins because of in ancient history, they basically backstabbed the orcs and goblins who were sort of fighting against being oppressed by the Chaos Dwarves. So it was like there was a big uprising, and the hobgoblins then sided with the Chaos Dwarves. So all the other orcs and goblins hate hobgoblins.
Everybody's got long cultural memories. Well, I guess with some of these creatures, they're so long lived that it actually did happen to them. It's not just like, well, my great great ancestors told me that you guys suck. It's like, no, I was there. I was there, Gandalf,
Yeah,
2,000 years ago.
yeah. Yeah, especially like orcs and stuff like that. They can live a long time.
Not in Hero Quest, but no, I know what you're saying. Hey, Groshock hung around long enough to get his wizarding degree. Here's his shamanic degree. Warcaster.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. Groshak. What are they going to do with Groshak?
Well, I won't spoil too much, but apparently he's not dead. Because I was
yeah,
thinking,
that's what I
oh,
was.
I'm sorry about my failure. I'll go apologize to Lord Zargon and see how it goes. It's like, oh, okay, he's clearly dead, but apparently not. Unless that was just a cover story, but I won't reveal more.
I would actually like to see Groshak at some point in a future expansion, because he is an iconic character. Just that like crazy outfit that he had and his like skull sort of rattle thing that he had. It was a very iconic character, I think.
Yeah. It's like his little collectible doll that he brings to give himself courage.
They're saving him for a next expansion, I think.
Maybe. Although that'd be a cool scene too, it's just like, how dare you beat up my daughter? Or maybe she gets betrayed by him. Like I was expecting some kind of like family drama. But apparently that'll have to wait. Although you are in control of the quest, so if you want to do something like that, go for it. Yep. Yeah, I think when I
Or you
first
could totally.
go ahead.
No, go on. That's okay. I was just going off on a tangent with the amount of different orcs. I was saying you could even tie in that's the reason why there's some of the orcs have joined the realm. Stuff like that.
Oh, because of like a split between the orc leaders or something?
Yeah.
Go off on their own. Yeah. Well,
Or like two different factions form.
yep. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of story threads you could pick up, and from what little I've read in Warhammer Fantasy, it's all theoretically possible. And the reason they do that is because they wanted the players to be able to say, okay, I got this army, but it's got like a mixture of different like characters in it. Okay, here's the story excuse of why that makes sense. Like, boom, okay, done. But yeah, when you're
Yeah.
making it into your lore, you can go for it. I mean, they were going to have a renegade orc as a character in the Dwarf Quest pack that's unreleased, so they were planning it for Hero Quest. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And you can see in Warhammer Fantasy it's possible. But yeah, you've got orcs that can use magic. You've got orcs that can be mercenaries. They can be evil or neutral. Of course, what does neutral mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the best part about it is if you can. It's the same way, like a human can be an evil wizard, the same as an orc can be,
Right.
and the same applies in the opposite way.
Right.
But I think that's the cool part about it. Where they're starting to do that, I think.
Yeah.
But that's the cool thing with neutral as well, where you can have someone they might team up with the heroes for a few quests, but at the end of the day they're not of the same faction, so they'll go off and maybe fight the same people they were on a quest with.
Are you trying to say
Another-
Ragnar's an orc? I'm just kidding.
It's hard to say what side that guy's on.
Yep.
Is he a secret double agent?
Triple agent. I knew
Yeah.
I knew it had to be a mistake. Wonderful. Oh, getting some comments. Hey, Malwhip. Oh man, sorry. You had a whole tangent going. I was looking at the other screen. It says yes they are. Yes they are. Goblin is the name in English. Uruk is the name in the Black Speech. Yeah, from Lord of the Rings. which is corrupted to orc by humans. Goblin male plus human female equals goblin man. Human male plus goblin female equals man goblin. Ah, that would be a great name for a comic book character as well, man goblin. As for hobgoblins, they are traditionally good goblins. Oh, I didn't know that. However, in The Hobbit, the term is applied to great goblins, which was copied by D&D. Didn't know that either. However, Tolkien recanted that as an error, stating that hob referred to small, hence hobbits. Therefore, to Tolkien, a hobgoblin was a smaller goblin. As for the breeds, goblins vary as humans, dogs, fish, birds, and cats do. There you go. Well, thank you for sharing that.
That's fascinating.
Yeah. I still like to think of orcs generally as monsters. They always are like the lovable, like, bad guys. Bullies,
Totally.
grunts. You could see them as like tragic too. It's like, oh, these guys gotta be the cannon fodder. But you get a mixture of things. But yeah, you could have heroic orcs too. Maybe everybody's like not trusting them, but it could be an interesting character. Now, as for an orc bard, I know there's a lot of hate towards him. He's so goofy, but I think there's still potential there. If you want to have your own character, give him a story, or make him an NPC or whatever.
We do have heroic skeletons from time to time.
That's true. Yes. Yeah, we've got pretty much everything at a certain point.
If you have the right story hook in there, though, you can make it make sense with, like, heroic knights or something raising up for for one last fight for good. A bit like, some old, dead paladin, waking up out of his tomb to fight for the side of good, for one last fight, Yep. You could make it make sense.
Dreadnoughts. Just kidding.
Yeah, and that's not just reminiscent of a Return of the King, but there's also what was it? The British Bedknobs and Broomsticks, where they raised the dead army. Yeah.
I have not seen that movie and thought about it in quite a while. Yeah, the suits of armor, the ghost knights, basically.
Yeah.
I'd have to watch it again though, because I don't remember. I guess as a kid, I just assumed that it was they were just using magic to make suits of armor fight, but so they're actually like the spirits of the old heroes going against the.
Well, now you mention it, I'm not entirely sure, actually.
Because that would have been a kind of a cool twist, because they're fighting the Nazis, right? So it's just like, even the heroes of old are taking up arms to defend the motherland.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not an undead. It's just animating. Maybe it's just animating suits of armor. Yeah.
Because nowadays,
the principle's the same.
It was really cool.
Yeah, it's still a visual of it. It's like it's quite symbolic, I think.
Yeah.
So they're probably wearing a way showing that with the suits of armor.
Symbolic, yeah, for sure. Well, I always thought that was cool. I was like, when I was a kid, I wanted to like have a mansion where I had the suits of armor in the hallway, as the decoration. Like, you can buy those now and they're really cheap. They're like aluminum. They're kind of crappy. You can wear them, but they wouldn't provide much protection. But having like an actual historical suit of armor, like this belonged to one of the knights that, Henry VIII had or something, like, and there's his armor right there, posed. That would be pretty cool. Or Richard the Lionhearted, or whatever time period you're looking at. Okay, he has more to say. Games Workshop orcs are made of fungus. Good times. Yep. Make sure you clean up after the battle.
I was going to mention that they're all mushrooms.
Yep, mushroom people. But see, living fungus, I mean, that's a thing in mythical circles too, isn't it? That maybe they come alive into different things. Bedknobs and Broomsticks is great. I rewatched it not too long ago. Yeah, Angela Lansbury, and I forget the male actor. He's been in a bunch of stuff. It's been a long time.
David Tomlinson.
Okay, they're both magicians, and they Like one of them has half of the book, and the other one has and they put it together to try to increase their powers. I'll let
Yeah, I think the idea without maybe decades later it's not enough to talk about spoilers, but I think David Tomlinson's like a crook. He's not really a wizard,
yeah,
but he has the company or whatever, and
Yeah.
he's astonished to find out that Angela Lansbury's magic actually works.
yeah, he's kind of a con artist. Yep. Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
demon,
that's
the
right.
demon
Yeah.
star of Astaroth. Yeah, I kind of remember that too. It's like, but I mean, yeah, they take it in a very lighthearted direction. It's like, oh yeah, these evil powers, let's just use it for tricks and stuff. That's cool. No bad repercussions at all.
Yeah.
Can't delete or edit the comment. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, Mall Whip, were you trying to say something and it got censored? I didn't see it. Lesser Key of Solomon. Yep. Yeah, I've read a few things. When I was doing the research for the alchemy thing, yeah, I read a lot of that stuff. It's like, I mean, I wasn't like reading in other languages, but I mean reading about it. You know what I mean? Yeah, the lore. Yeah, pretty interesting stuff. Good for inspiration. But yeah, Bedknobs and Broomsticks. I'll probably have to track it down and try to watch it. And since it's a Disney film, it'll probably be hard to find. Maybe I can find an old DVD or something.
I think it's actually on Disney Plus. If you have that,
but I don't want. I don't want it. I am being curmudgeon-y again, and this could go on the rant cast. I'm trying to collect the physical media, but I don't know. It's one of those movies that I really enjoyed it as a kid. I think we rented it a couple of times on VHS. I don't know, but I mean, if it's like $50, I don't know if I'll go for it. But if it's just a regular DVD, even if I just watch it and put it on the shelf, I think that's fine. I'd do it.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said for having the physical I mean, because at any point, any of these, they can decide what they have on and what they don't have on anymore, and
Exactly.
and you're kind of at the mercy of it. So I think there's a lot to be said for having a physical copy.
Or
I mean, I know that I've got Disney Plus, but I'm coming to the end of my annual subscription, and I'm not renewing because they've hiked up the price again. So
yeah, a lot of services are doing that. We already talked about Xbox and all their issues. But yeah, I'm all at physical media, my man. Live the dream. Yep. I know nothing lasts forever, but still, I like the idea that I can just dust it off and watch it. I don't have to, resubscribe or worry that, they've decided to re-edit it for whatever reason. Like, it's just there.
yeah, they can decide at any point that something's not palatable anymore,
Yep.
so we're not going to have it on the server.
Instead of the demon star of Astaroth, it's like a smiley face, and you're like, come on. My Lord of the Rings DVDs have more extras than my Lord of the Rings Blu-rays and digital copies. Well,
You see, anyway, that one is the power of the algorithm. Okay, the people that already have the Disney Plus don't know that there was a special for this Black Friday. It was $3 a month for an entire year.
Oh man, dang.
They let the people. Yeah, the people keep paying the high price of Disney Plus. They don't see the other special.
So much for rewarding loyalty. That sucks. But new customers, yeah, they get the benefit. Well, Malwhip, I noticed that. So I kept all my extended edition Lord of the Rings DVDs, and I'm still watching those specials, the bonus material, because there's just hours and hours, tons of it. But yeah, it's like they almost assumed that you're going to buy the new one on top of the old one, and so you're going to have all the material rather than complaining that, oh, it's just the same extras again. But I was hearing that the newest Lord of the Rings Blu-rays and 4Ks, like they had re-edited like the colors and stuff and changed them a bit, specifically with the flashbacks. Like the flashbacks are more like monochromatic. because they were trying to match the look of the Hobbit movies, and I was like, oh, I kind of don't like that. Although the Blu-rays had some problems too. Like I think Fellowship of the Ring has like this green, like the green is turned up too high, and so when I watch it, I turn the green down on my TV so it's not so intense. And it's like, yeah, it does look better that way. But I'm a big nerd, so I mean, it's still a good movie, however you decide to experience it. Good set of movies.
Yeah, definitely.
And when I read The Lord of the Rings fairly recently, I thought it was a great compliment back to the Peter Jackson movies and back and forth. Because there were some things in the movies that I thought were even better than what Tolkien put down. But other things I'm like, oh man, it's too bad he didn't put that in the movie. Like that would have been really good. But reading it off the page, it was like, yeah, that fits perfectly. That is awesome. So it's, yeah, like companions to one another rather than, oh, this replaces this or this is a pale imitation. It was like, you don't often see that in media. Usually it's like the book was better or thank goodness they made a movie and I don't have to read this crappy book anymore. Can appreciate the
I think it was more like a modern adaptation. You know, the movie, it was like where they probably, to save time
Mhm.
and things like that, they probably cut certain bits out, and then to make it make sense, they had to
change.
put a little, a little twist in the story to
Mhm.
for it to flow, you know, naturally.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a great adaptation. Have you seen the cartoon version of it? I think it was a 1970s cartoon.
Yeah, 1978.
Uh,
Lord of the Rings, theatrical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my first like thing that I saw of Lord of the Rings was that cartoon,
I think it was for me
and
too.
then my dad showed me the book, and I saw it, and I was like, "This is the biggest book I've ever seen." It was, you know, massive.
Yeah. Because they split it into 3 volumes, but yeah, if you look at the one volume, it's like a Bible of fantasy. It's like, whoa, this is huge.
Really.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it in the theater, but see, I wasn't born the year it came out. So I think movies at least around here, used to stay in theaters longer or came back more often. And so, yeah, I remember seeing it and just being like, it was kind of intense for a kid at that age.
It was.
With the rotoscoping and everything, I'm like, it's real, but it's a cartoon. Yeah.
It was hard to work out, what was going on with the way it was animated. It was an experience, definitely.
But I remember I was really fascinated by that, and I fell more in love with the Hobbit TV special cartoon, which also came out before I was born, and yet I remember it because it came on more, or you could watch it on video. I was always fascinated by Sting, the glowing sword, like, and I had a glow in the dark sword, and even though it wasn't an official Lord of the Rings sword, I still thought of it as Sting.
It was still that in your head, yeah.
Yeah, it was so much fun to play with. And that thing is like so brittle now. If I picked it up, it would probably fall apart. But yeah, just a big old hunk of glow in the dark plastic with a handle. That's all I needed. Like you pull it out,
Oh,
and
totally.
you can hear the sound effect of it, like humming. Yeah, in your head.
It double as a lightsaber and
Of course.
everything else as well. But
Exactly. And of course, I had to hit it against stuff and bend it all up, but it's great. Yep. Okay. So.
I had a
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
I had a Thundercats sword,
Oh
and
yeah.
the
Sword of Omen.
symbol lit. Yeah, and the red symbol lit up on it. But it on the advert they made it look like it would shoot out like a beam, and it wasn't that bright.
Oh yeah, because it was almost like the bat signal, like shooting out, but it just glowed, probably, not like a flashlight.
Yeah, it wasn't even like a torch. Yeah, it just glowed red slightly.
Sword of Omens. I did not have it as a kid. I was jealous, but every like boy my age had one, and it was broken. Like everybody had a broken Sword of Omens in their room somewhere, in their toy box.
Yeah, it's usually the plastic on the actual blade bit was very, very brittle. It was like really hollow. I remember it always, you know, where the plastic gets weakened through bending
Yeah.
and it sort of discolors it. Yeah, it would go like that, and then eventually it would just tear open.
Kids nowadays have it much better. I mean, you knew every kid, especially young boys, are gonna bash that thing against, you know, their brother, their sister, the kitchen table, the bed, the wall, trees, weeds outside, other toy swords, and it's just gonna get destroyed. But nowadays, like the toy swords you can buy, they're usually like a hard plastic core, and then it's got like hard foam around it, and that's much more durable. So, yeah. I mean, I guess it's good that the sword breaks before the kid does, but still. Quit fighting in the house with your swords. You know, poke your eye out, kid. Yep. Hit the dog with it. No, you get in trouble. Dog's gonna chew it, have his revenge.
As well, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the Sword of Omens, Thundercats. Now that's a series I haven't watched in a long time. I should definitely check that out again. I've kind of taken a whirlwind tour over some of those cartoons, and some of them, it was a different time. I had a different attention span, different. Saw it with different eyes, and it doesn't quite age as much. You can't just binge it like you thought you could, but still fun to kind of see all that stuff that enchanted you as a child. Hopefully share it with your own kids or grandkids or nephews or nieces or whoever.
Yeah, I showed my kids the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon, and they actually really enjoyed that. And
Dungeons and Dragons ride. Yep.
yeah.
Oh man.
And
I watched that one recently too. And there was like a fan-made episode that used the lost script to show how they got home. Spoilers. Because they didn't actually release it at the time. Yeah, that one was on Saturday mornings.
Yeah, I always wondered that when I was younger. I was like, what, did they ever actually get home? Because I never remember seeing the episode.
Yeah, spoilers from 40 years ago, but there was supposed to be a final episode, and it was never filmed. But the script was released not so long ago, and some fans I mean, it's not the animation is not as high quality as the official episodes, but it's pretty decent, and they put together you know, like an animation of it, so you could look it up and see if you want to see how it was supposed to have ended. Mollip says, I still have my Sword of Omens. It still works. So it gives you sight beyond sight. Nice. And it can come to your hand. That was the other thing. It would, Sword of Omens, come to my hand. Give me sight beyond sight. And then it would transform from a dagger into a big blade. Was that the other thing? Did the blade actually move? Could you extend it? Do you remember? I could probably look it up.
I think at first it didn't do that, but I think I can remember maybe later editions actually were able to, or maybe the more high-end ones could do that.
Oh yeah.
The one I had just lit up, but I loved it. Same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, that's the sort of thing that Hasbro Pulse would do a HasLab campaign. It'd be $500, but it would extend out if you press the button with a battery, and then it would light up. And it would fail to fund, and we'd all be mad. Or maybe it would get funded, and we'd all be jealous. All right. Melip says, I watched many of my favorite cartoons again. Dungeons and Dragons, He-Man, Masters of the Universe, Thundercats, Mask. Oh, man. I think I only saw one episode of that show, and I had one of the toys, and I broke it because I was a stupid kid. But it was
the couple of masks. Yeah, they looked cool as well. All of the characters' masks were individual, and they looked. Mm-hmm. They all stood out. They had bold colors on them, and really cool designs.
And stickers. Don't forget the stickers. Yep. Yeah, so many of those toys came with stickers, and like we were so excited to play with them. Like all my stickers were misaligned, but still, it was fun.
Totally. And once you got them on, they were hard. Once you tried to peel them off,
Just rip right
they
off.
wouldn't stick on again. They wouldn't stick. The stickiness would go, and
Yep.
you'd try and stick them back on in place, and they wouldn't stick back.
There's people online though that they've scanned the original stickers, so you can easily like print them out on sticky paper and like redo it. Or I guess you could like stick it on with like acrylic or something. Yeah, like Toy Polloi with his toy restoration tutorials. Takes me back to the glory of the 80s. Yeah. Yeah, you can't really go back to childhood again, but you can relive it with another kid and show them. Maybe the toys of today or the cartoons of today aren't doing it for them. It's like, hey, let me share something that used to impress me when I was little. Check it out. Hey, Major
And
Asmo.
interestingly, my nephew recently got into Star Wars like me, and watched all of the Star Wars films. Like, I mean, all whatever 11 of them or 12 of them, whatever there are now.
Dang.
And
Sorry.
when asked what his favorite one was, I know this is not scientific statistics here, but I had to ask a sample size of one, right?
Yep.
But I was pleased that my nephew of 8 years old says that A New Hope, as he calls it, is his favorite.
Ah, wise beyond his years. He was supposed to say Return of the Jedi, but you could just say close enough. Close enough. And
Yeah.
tousle his hair. You know, taking your first step into a larger world. Yep. I mean, you like what you like, but it does say something about the quality. Hey, Major.
There's something to be said about a simple storyline.
Yeah. And actually, A New Hope, as he calls it, Star Wars, it's a lot slower paced than the other ones. So for a kid to like be able to appreciate that is kind of cool. Yep. My
Yeah,
buddy,
absolutely. Yeah.
he said, oh, Major Asable says, my buddy is currently playing Warhammer Quest, the original. Is it anything like Hero Quest? I've heard that the original from 1995, I've never played it, but it has rules where you can play it either as a tabletop RPG or as like a dungeon crawler. But my understanding is it uses modular tiles, so more like Advanced Hero Quest. Other than that, I don't know much about it. So I guess.
Yeah, I used to play it. So
okay,
it's,
yeah, tell him.
yeah, modular tiles like Advanced Hero Quest, but it's mostly just a combat game. Warhammer Quest is really good. It's really good fun.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But it's less about exploration and more about combat.
Okay. But I mean, is it like fun, or are you saying it's just a different type of game because of that?
Yeah, it's a different type of game, different kind of rules. It's like with Advanced Hero Quest, I think is looks very similar, but it's Advanced Hero Quest is more like Hero Quest than Warhammer Quest is by far.
Oh, okay. Well, and since I haven't played Advanced Hero Quest or Warhammer Quest, I've played Space Crusade, and I know Space Crusade is like combat rather than exploration. I mean, the only exploration you do is to see where the bad guys are, really. But I guess in that one, the board's already laid out, and you're just finding where the blip tokens are, whereas in this one, you're going room by room. Yeah. Okay, so I guess long story short, it's a different type of game, even though the themes are different and there's some similarities. I wouldn't mind playing it. It's just I can never find it like for a reasonable price. The more modern Warhammer quests, I can find them. They're just very expensive, and they require like painting and assembly and all this other stuff. And so I'm like, I don't know. If somebody gifted it to me, yeah, I'd go in for it. But yeah, I'm just like, that's a lot to invest for a game I don't even know if I'm gonna like. So somebody else who already has it, have your mom make stovetop stuffing, invite me over, and I'll give it a shot with you.
I was gonna say they just released the new version of Warhammer Quest. It's like $270 for it or something like that.
That's about the absolute limit of me spending on a new self-contained game. Is this the Dark Water one that people were talking about?
I think so. Just a second.
Dark Water. I always think of Pirates of Dark Water.
I think it is that one, yeah.
Yeah. I never watched Pirates of Dark Water, but I remember the commercials for it vaguely. And there was a video game as well. I know it has nothing to do with it, it's just a similar title. But yeah, the
Yes,
ones that I see the most are
Dark
the
Water.
bookshelf games they have at Barnes and Noble. So it's like Warhammer Quest, whatever subtitle, and it's just like, you know, a handful of miniatures and a box of cardboard. But you know, you go on a little adventure and kill some cardboard monsters, kind of like First Light. Yeah, so Major Aznable, I'd say if he's got it, yeah, get him to invite you over, try it, play it together.
It's literally like the way I see Warhammer Quest. It's like there's a little bit of, I would say there's a little bit of the war game involved in it. Basically, it's like taking the war game into a dungeon crawler in a way. So yeah, it's definitely a lot more combat centric. You know, it's like basically that's you know, the same way as the tabletop battle game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like taking you. I think you would have a more. You're rather than playing as one hero, you're playing as like a platoon. Essentially, you've got like henchmen. You might have like a witch hunter and
Yeah.
you know, a priest of Sigmar or whatever, like a group.
Mm-hmm.
More so. So yeah, it's more like that.
Sounds like it could be fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a lot more complex with the rules.
yeah. I mean, the bookshelf games look like they're trying to simplify it and give you like a budget game. But yeah, there's always like a bigger version of the game. So like when they had their couple years back, they had their post-Christmas sale at Barnes and Noble. They had it wasn't Space Marine Adventures, it was Fire Team. So 40K Fire Team instead of Kill Team. But I mean, the miniatures were compatible. It was just like, and so a lot of people just bought it, threw the cardboard away, or sold it on eBay, and then kept the minis because it was cheaper at the time, at least. But yeah, they've got 40K type games. I mean, I've seen it's not Blood Bowl, it's what did they call it? Not Chaos Bowl.
Blitz Bowl.
Blitz Bowl.
Blitz.
Yeah, it's just like a little less violent sounding. Kill Team.
It's
Fire Team.
So instead of
Blitz
Blood
Bowl.
Bowl, which is you have a full team,
Mhm.
your team size, it's basically half the size for your team.
Oh, so it's like NBA Jam. You've got just a
Yeah, kind of.
yeah. But if you're just looking for
It
some
plays really well. It's a simple game to play.
or try it out and go, ooh, I want more of this. I'm ready to invest. See, but that's what First Light is supposed to be for HeroQuest. Like you play it and you're like, this is awesome. I want more of this. I want more, more. I want more of everything. So then you seek out the one and spend your money.
The problem is the scale of price from Blitz Bowl to actual Blood Bowl is about 2.5 times.
Dang.
So
So they need some other intermediary pieces in between. It's like if you buy Blitz Bowl, these guys should be like veteran players. They should be MVPs or something when they go into the actual game. I don't know. I don't even know how the game is played, but I'm just trying to think. Like some incentive. There's a coupon in the box or something. Coupon code. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, next time we play against the Ogre Horde, we will pick up where the heroes left off. This adventure was just a side quest. It's really cool that you guys survived, despite my efforts. We'll have to do something similar with Jungles of Delthrak tomorrow, if all goes well. And the next weekend, we should be able to... Yeah, and thanks for chatting. Next weekend, I think we're back to normal schedule, as far as I know. for the next 2 weekends, in fact. For me, anyway. My Christmas vacation really doesn't start till the 25th. So then I'll be off till the end of the year. Well, and into the first week. So probably 26th, 27th, and then the second and the third I'll be off. And then we'll pick up again in January 9th for HeroQuest fans. Keep on questing, says Gold Public. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, thanks for hanging around a little bit longer, guys, so we could kind of get caught up and chat about some things. So, all right, cool. I'll put the stream up. It'll appear on YouTube in about 48 hours, as usual. Oh, Ajax. Yeah, let's plug him too. So Ajax is this guy in HeroQuest Fans Discord. I don't know if he has a YouTube or not, YouTube channel. But Ajax has been running HeroQuest, starting in 30 minutes. So I kept you guys warm for him. I think Ribby's going to probably try to join. Yeah, Ajax, he's been running Foundry. It's under HeroQuest Fans, under Looking for Players in our Discord. Oh, he doesn't stream. Okay, so it's not a live stream in that sense. It's not a public game. It's a private game, and that's cool. Not everybody wants to be on camera. But yeah, it's using Foundry, so it's a digital tabletop version of HeroQuest. I've seen it. It looks pretty impressive, pretty complete. Yeah, so if anybody wants to hit him up, go for it. I think it's great that other people are advertising their games. I mean, I want that to happen. I'm not trying to hog the spotlight. And if he has a better time for you or you like his style, go for it. And we got the Smoking GM and Danu also do their own games. Smoking GM, he uses Tabletop Simulator with HeroQuest Master Edition, and Danu uses a 3D printed board on Twitch. Cool that the timing was not overlapping but consecutive. Yeah, I didn't coordinate with him at all, but I think it's great that it worked out that way. I mean, you can only have so many heroes in a game, right? So even if we had, it would have been fine. Yeah. And I have no idea if I'll be playing HeroQuest over the Christmas break. I'll probably be playing some games, but it might just be with my family. But yeah, if you get a chance to play a live game. Oh, the last bit of news, I forgot to say this, is the whole like friendly local game shop, like Avalon Hill Game Nights, that's happening next year. Have you guys heard anything? Is it supposed to be January, or did they say when? Because I thought it was supposed to happen this year.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it until they show it. Because really, last time
they dropped the ball for sure.
They did a big mistake.
Yeah, it's kind of a sore spot for a lot of people. Yeah, because the first time they did it, it was only major stores that did it, like in big coastal cities, and it was really poorly communicated. We were all excited and couldn't find anything. And this time it was like, okay, it's happening soon, and then time goes by, time gets away from us, and then it hasn't happened yet. But theoretically, you're going to be able to walk into a store on one of those nights, and somebody's going to be running a HeroQuest game, and they're going to have giveaways and stuff. But from the sound of it, it's like maybe it's just going to have to be fans volunteering because they might be too short-staffed at these stores to even do it. Some of these smaller stores. So kind of a shame, really. But we as fans do what we can. I mean, a lot of these stores, they don't care. I mean, you can just walk in with your own game and just be like, all right, let's play. As long as there's a free table. Or maybe you got to buy a coffee or something. Like pay your $5 and then you can be there all night. Get some people into HeroQuest with you. Spread the good word. All right. Well, I'm starting to get tired here, so I'm going to say thanks again, guys. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us on HeroQuest Fans. Good to be back. Just like Zargon,
guys, good night.
On and on. I can go on and on. All right. Have a good night, guys. Yeah.
Cheers, everyone. Great game.
Good game. And as always, we'll check and see who's on, if anyone, who we can raid on Twitch. And edits will have to come later. Okay, for those of you who are still here, it looks like we've got Bengus playing Skull and Bones. 12 streams of Christmas. Or we've got Sun and Flower playing Arc Raiders.
It's been a while that we don't visit Bengus.
Angus. I'm cool with that. Any other thoughts? Going once, going twice. Sold to the man in the pirate ship. All right, we will do Bengus. All right, stick around if you want for the raid. Otherwise, everybody have a great night. This Christmas I'll be playing Grim Cover and Tainted Grail board games. We'll have an awesome time. Good night.